Hey, cuties. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will be right in. Please hit the like button. Thank you, thank you. Hey guys, I'm gonna go up and say my hellos. I thank you guys so much for joining me. Linda Gambo, hello, hello, hello. Good evening, Deborah. Good evening, Jessie Lewis. Good evening, Tamara. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hello, Lizzie. Good evening. Hi, May May. And Gertina. Hello, hello. Linda Gambo is always in the house. Thank you so much, Linda, for joining me. Good evening to one of my cutie crew members. Hey, Bevy. Thank you for joining me. We're going to have a members only live Thursday. I believe that was the date that we all picked. Hi, Jay. Good evening. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl, Canada. Cheryl D. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please hit the like button for me, guys, on your way in. Hi, Neva. I'm just going to get through some of these hellos, and we're going to get started. It's a whole lot that's been going on. Rue. Hey, Rue. Makitha, another member of my cutie crew. Thank you so much for joining me. Carolyn Cheeks, hello, hello. Miss Z, hello. Evelyn Mays, Monica Taylor. Carolyn Cheeks, I believe I got ya. All right. All right, Neva. Hey, Monica Taylor. And let's see here. CC Star, Geneva Harrison. Hello. Tanya B, hello. Cheryl Howard. I just responded to you in my comments. You said a whole word, okay? Yes, you did. Jonetta, hello, hello, hello. Now, I also want you guys, well, I guess you guys are okay because I put this on subscribers only, but somehow YouTube is removing subscribers. So I don't know what's up with that. But please, if you're watching and you're not in the chat, please make sure that you are still subscribed. Oh my goodness. Messy Wanda call herself suing bloggers for what? The truth? Maritha. Hey. Hi, Megan. All right, guys, we're getting down to the end. Hello, Angie. Thank you so much for joining me. Pretty brown eyes. I am hoping your connection is okay. I haven't heard your voice on my panel in probably a month, Pretty brown eyes. My little feelings is hurt. Stephanie, hello. Nikki B, hello. May May, I believe I spoke to you. Trisha Berry. Classy, sassy, giving you the 411. Oh my goodness, I love that name. Love, love, love. Hello, thanks for joining me. Robin Davis, hello. Ethia. I believe I'm saying it right. I hope so. Okay, guys, and we're just going to get through the last of my hellos and we're going to get started. Give me one quick second. Get my little theme music. Neva, I'm just saying hello, hello. Hottie Stuff. I like that name too. Hello. Tawana, another member of the Cutie crew. Hey, Tawana. And guys, please make sure to join the membership. We are trying to get us a schedule going where we're going to do members only lives where we can really let loose and where I can let loose and say a little more than I'm trying to say on my regular page now. Hi, C. Rich. Reese, the diva. Hello, sexy mama. Hello, Mildred Evans. Brown Sugar Babe. What's going on, sis? We cutting up. You hear me? Yes, ma'am. Libra Diva, Miss T, Terrell Singer, Denise Calhoun. Hello, Cheryl. Glenda Loving. Hello. All right, Hannah Grace, another Cutie crew member. Yes, ma'am. You know, I like to give back to those that's given to me through their viewership. I've been basically monetized since the first month back in July, and I really appreciate you guys. So not a problem. We're going to have more. I'm thinking at 15K. We shall see. Deidre Mac, Hottie Stuff, Sylvia P, hello. Cricket 22, Miss Z, Robin Davis, Geneva, yes, please hit the like. And guys, I think I may have gotten down to the bottom. Ann Taylor, Jacqueline Williams, Suzette, hello. Hottie Stuff with the cute name again. And yeah, guys, let's get it going. Anita Anderson, hello, hello. Nicola, hello. All right. Nikki Nicole, hello. May, I think I got you. Lois, Vina, Dee Dee. Oh, goodness. Okay, Elise. I think Aliec, but you do have Elise capitalized. Hello, thanks for joining me. All right, guys, you did, Nicola. I'm not sure what's going on. This is crazy. Now, somebody did put on my community wall that they think that YouTube is like somehow removing double subscriptions. I'm not sure how that works, but I appreciate it. Thank you. I represent Queens. Love, love, love the name. All right, guys, we're going to get started. I'm going to chat about a couple things, and then I'm definitely dropping the link. Hey, Tennessee girl, Teresa Williams, Love Me to Me. Hello, hello. All right, guys, Colored Me Entertain. You've been cutting up in the chat, too. What did you say earlier? Some shites about those pink stretch pants with the shoes made into it or whatever it is. I think that was you. Hilarious. All right, guys, so let's get it going. So on my little list to discuss is basically everybody that's been the topic of discussion. So naturally, we have Stormi. Now, let me tell you guys, Stormi blocked me today on Instagram. Boo. After I was so very nice. I'm sorry, Denise. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to put a post on my community board and community wall, and hopefully people can see it. That's so strange. Yep, it was you, Color Me Entertain. I knew I remembered. But yeah, Stormi blocked me. I thought I was very, very nice in my video yesterday to her. I even gave her story of what she said that she went through to get to where she is today. All of that. Gave her props on her reunion dress. And she blocked me. But what Stormi doesn't know. Let me see if I can upload this picture. Give me 1 second, guys. I think it's this one. All right. It's this one. Hold on. Let me save this picture. And I'm going to share my screen. And this is what I believe all content creators should do. And I'm sure they are doing it. But yeah, let me share my screen, guys. Let's see here. Got it. And where is it? Window. All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Now, this is the post that Stormi put up today after she blocked me. If you look closely in the picture, first of all, I am taking a photo with one camera of a screen of another phone with one phone. Okay, let me start over. I'm taking the picture of her screenshot from one phone of another phone. And if you look in the background, there's another phone. Then there's iPads and all of that good stuff. So yes, Stormi, you really didn't do anything, sis. I can still see your page. Word of advice to any content creator. I mean, you should have a couple accounts just for that. But, I hate that her feelings are hurt, but I'm hoping that she took my advice and not only read the comments on my page. I saw someone else said that she said something about Empress Radio as well. I would really want Stormi to go to these Facebook groups and read the comments. The majority, I would say 95%, feel like the majority of us that on YouTube feel. That is not her looks at all. We all are Black women. And, I don't, it was a couple people in the comments and those are their opinions. But a lot of people just said that they didn't like her attitude. Her throwing up in other folks' face that she did it first. And not only did she post that on her story today, let me see if I have this other picture. I may not have it ready, guys, but I'll just say it. She posted where she started or was thinking about starting her kids line. I don't know if it was a kids hairline, kids skincare line in 2018. Now, we all know that Mel Dropper sees that this has been in the works with her when it was under Embrace since 2019. So naturally, Stormi had to post that she was thinking about it a year earlier. And that's everybody's problem with Stormi. We get it. We get it. It's still enough room for her and Mel. And like I said, I haven't seen her promote Mel at all. And it was a lot of people in my comments. It was a lot of people on Facebook that stated that after they saw the post that Mel made initially introducing Stormi basically to the Love and Marriage Huntsville audience, a lot of people said they went and bought her whole set just because of Mel. And again, we have not seen anything in return. Exactly, Trisha. I don't care for Petty Betty. I just don't. I'm sorry. Petty Betty was talking smack about Mel and Martell from the first season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, mainly Mel. She blamed Mel, if you ask me, for Martell cheating. And she also stated that you cannot be a power couple if that's going on. And I disagree. A lot of people are able to still successfully run businesses in spite of what they may be going through at home. So yeah, no, I don't like her mom. Period. And you're not blocked over here, Stormi, so I hope you're watching. Next up, guys, I wanted to chat. I haven't seen anything on YouTube. Has anyone heard anything about the custody hearing today? I have been praying that it's over. That's true. That is so true. I've been praying that a judgment was made today. So if any of you guys have seen anything around the YouTube streets or just social media at all, let me know. Continue prayers for male. No woman should have to go through that. Now, if the woman is unfit, if the woman's, let's say, son pulled a Hennessy bottle out of her purse, you know what I mean? That's a different story. But we know that Mr. Martell hasn't even attempted to get custody of Coleslaw's son with him. And I wonder why. You guys think that it is because he's really after child support? I've been seeing that a lot. A lot of people feel like naturally Martell loves his kids, but they also feel like the reason why he's going for full custody is because he really doesn't have anything going on for himself financially that we can see. And if he were to get full custody, then we know that he would have some money coming in from mail. Really, Linda? You know, I saw an awkward video of her like bent over a couch with her breasts semi out and butt up in the air. At least she, tried to cover that up, but that was odd. Is that what you're talking about? Linda, let me know. I thought so too, Neva. I thought so too. So hopefully she will take Tisha's advice. If you guys haven't seen my video where Tisha basically tagged the wrong Stormi. She tagged Stormi still, but Stormi is on Instagram under her Canvas beauty brand, I believe, or Canvas Beauty Girl. I think she has one business and one personal. But yeah, hopefully she'll take that advice. It's definitely not worth it when you are a business owner and somebody should gain control of her Instagram. They should give her the advice of Beyonce. Beyonce has always said she does not read a comment. She posts what she posts and she gone on about her business. So yeah, who was that said not miss thick skin? I believe that was Color Me Entertained. And yeah, Stormi claims to have thick skin, but she's really not showing that. So she is seeking attention. Guess money really can't buy happiness. I agree, Melissa. I really do. You can't say that you are unbothered when you clearly show that you're bothered. And like I said, I've been in a couple of these Facebook groups and all of that. I'm on Twitter, not as active right now. TikTok, not as active right now. Instagram, I post my thumbnails and turn the comments off. But on Facebook, I've seen a whole lot said about me. Do you guys think I'm going to get on YouTube and rant and rave? And it's like, girl, whatever, Here for hot tea. Like, why post a video about baby hair products when she don't have any today? Because she was trying to prove a point to Empress. I think so. SKR, you say you just keep doing the right thing, chit chat, and give props, compliments when due. Your blessings will come back to you. Yes, I am a believer in that. I really am. All right, let's see. Thea, only chit chat can read someone in a nice and professional way and shut them down. Look how you talk so intelligently and always keep it respectful. I try, Aditha. Now, I have had to let loose a couple times. The let loose is in me, but I definitely try to not do that, if I can prevent doing it. I don't know if you guys saw the video about the cuckoo for Cocoa Puff's brother. They call him Basement Billy. But yeah, I had to really let loose on him. And I'm not going to say that it was out of character because it's in me. I think it's in everybody. It may not be as harsh, but yeah. And then lastly, guys, before I drop this link, How will Mel know what she was doing in 2018? Exactly. It's like she's hell bent on proving to people that she was the first. She was the first. She was the first. And she wasn't the first. She was not the first. And does it really matter? So I think that somebody else, and this may have been in one of those Facebook groups, but they said something like a lot of people started up their businesses doing C19 and all of that during that time span. And a lot of people were very successful. I'm not sure of Stormi's date of conception, I guess I should say. But yeah, she's just hell bent on proving. We know she started off with telling Destiny that she didn't have enough to come at her. She's dropped hints to everybody, from buying Gucci purses as a gift. That was a brag to show I got money and I'm gonna get you something that's considered high end. She could have brought Destiny a bouquet and said, look, a bouquet of flowers. Look, I'm sorry for what went on. No, she had to flex, if you will. She does not do anything but say on YouTube and then show us what she have. She does not do anything but stay on YouTube, I believe, and then show us what she have. We know the girl then showed her property, her home, inside, outside, the lake, the horse, the goat, the deer. I mean, we get it, okay? We get it. So yeah, kudos to Stormi. Again, I can still see your page, sis. You may want to go ahead and unblock me. I was trying to gear up to see what's going to be presented when the show starts in March, and my commentary possibly could be favorable, depending on what I see. But we're going to always continue to call it like it is. Like I put in that video yesterday, I know she would not have liked if Mel had popped up at Courtney's new girlfriend's home celebrating New Year's. So yeah, it's like, stop playing in people's face, period. That's true. That is true. Live, love, laugh. She said Beyonce and Jay-Z is a power couple and he cheated. Yep. Hey, little mama. All right, guys. And last on my list is Miss Coleslaw. Coleslaw says she is sick of the bloggers. And it's like, girl, people wouldn't even know of you had it not been for the bloggers. The bloggers wouldn't have anything to talk about had she not put all of her business on Front Street. And like I put in my video, it would have been nice if she felt this way while she was with Martell when he was married. That's when you should have kept your business of being a side chick to yourself when the man was married. But she was proud and loud, wanted the whole world to know. Every little chance she got, anytime he happened to be in her presence, she made sure to do what side chicks do. Snap a picture so she can put them on blast. And poor thing, nothing has happened as far as showing me that decade was worth it. Nothing. We don't see anything. And most times when you can't show, look, I put in this time and this what I have. I got a marriage license. Yes, him and his wife got divorced. His wife left him. But look, guys, here's a marriage license. He married me after all that time. Or look, guys, he bought this house for me after all this time. She can't even claim the man. He claiming Sheree. So it's like, girl, bye. She already know people are going to talk about her. Like I said, she has almost 80,000 followers on Instagram, and she really does not know how to monetize that at all. She's talking about this collection. No, Mel had a collection with Jay Bolin. That's a collection. But when you're ordering merchandise and you're reselling merchandise, I don't consider that a collection. So it's like, girl, whatever. But that's really all I had, guys. Other than, like I mentioned, Tisha supporting Stormi. And I put in my video, Tisha is a picker-upper, like a vacuum cleaner. Anybody that mail drops, Tisha and Marceau, they're going to pick them up to try to turn those people away from mail. And it definitely seems like that's the case with Stormi, if you ask me. I don't see anything. Hey, Tang. I don't see anything that makes me believe that Stormi and Mel has a friendship. I just don't see it. And again, you're not rocking with me once upon a time, and then you're going to immediately go and rock with people that, like Mel stated, was an enemy to her. So, yeah. Stormi didn't flip just like Destiny. Just like Destiny. But let me get this link together, guys. I know you guys have a lot to say. Let me get one of these devices so I can pin. I don't know why I can't pin the comment from my computer. It's weird. So give me 1 second. Let me get on YouTube on my phone. And I'll drop the link. I am curious to hear what you guys have to say about everything that's been going on. I didn't see anybody put in the comments anything regarding this court. Let's see. Okay, Charlene, you said you have not seen anything yet, but I believe it went well. Whenever Melody has court with Martell, she usually shut her page down after. This time, she did not. I believe it went well. Cool, cool, cool. I'm hoping so. Like I said, I hope it's over. Give me 1 second. Let me turn this volume down. Drop this link. It is 478 of you watching. Please make sure to hit that like button. Right now, we only have 277 likes. So if you're in the bushes, please hit the like for me, guys. If you're in the chat, thank you guys so much for being subscribers. It is on subscribers only. And I dropped the link. I'm going to pin it. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys, so the link is in the chat. It's also pinned at the top. And come join me. Let me know. Choice Designs. You say Stormi needs to have several C's. Jealousy doesn't look good on her. I agree. And it's definitely coming off, as jealousy. It really is. Envy. A spoiled brat. I did it first. I got more money. And the thing is, she does not have the popularity. So, I think that's the issue. But Tammy Fowler, thank you so much for becoming a member to the Cutie crew. I appreciate it. I see some people backstage. Pretty Brown Eyes was backstage and she just dropped down. Oh no. Pretty Brown Eyes. All right, pretty girl. I have you backstage.
Hey.
Hi, how are you, pretty girl 96?
I'm good. I'm just confused about Stormi. I'm just
Let me know your thoughts. What you think going on?
like, what is Stormi problem with Mel? Like, what is her problem?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because Mel still haven't said anything bad about Stormi. Nothing.
She hasn't said anything negative at all. Anything.
Like, she's not even replying to the stuff about Sugar Mama.
Nope, not at all. Pretty Brown Eyes, you are backstage. Ooh, it says add to stream. Maritha, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, all right.
Okay.
Pretty Brown Eyes. Oh, Pretty Brown Eyes. And I'm sorry, pretty girl. Give me 1 second. Pretty Brown Eyes, are you there?
Okay. She said her sound is not working. She don't know what's wrong.
Okay, I didn't drop her. Cheryl Howard, is this you?
Yes.
Hey.
Hey, Mama. How y'all doing?
Hello. Thank you guys so much for joining me And what happened to Maritha? Maritha, come back. Okay, I see Pretty Brown. Okay, Pretty Girl, go ahead with what you were saying about Stormi.
Somebody just said in the comments that Mel was on a content creator page and said that Stormy mom did not say that about her child.
Really? Well, that's good news. And a lot of people were saying that she didn't say anything personally. It was just
Yeah,
that.
she just liked it, the comment.
Okay, Mel liked the comment. Okay.
No, Betty liked it, the comment that somebody said about Sugar Mama.
Right. And that's what I said. I said that she was an active member of the group that's basically a male hate group. I mean, I wouldn't say it if it's not. And in that group, they talk about the children. And I didn't mention it, but not only did they say something disrespectful about Sugar Mama, and I'm not going to repeat it, they also said something about Tank in that
Oh,
group.
wow.
Yeah, so that's what the issue is. You know, if you don't condone it, why are you there? That's what I think the problem is. But Maritha, you're back, correct?
Yeah, this me.
All right, let me welcome two more people and we're going to get it going. Now, Cameron, you have two avatars. You have two screens backstage. Cameron Fox.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know which is which.
They're both me. You know, this is my first time on one of your streams, actually. So I don't even know how to work StreamYard.
Okay. Well, you know what? They're both you. Let me try this. Hopefully I don't remove you. I'm going to remove one because the second one is taking up a space.
Okay.
So give me 1 second. Are you still there? Cameron? Okay. Cameron, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let me remove this other one. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
All right. Are you still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, cool. And then I have one more. Glenda Holloway, are you there?
Here, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome.
Thank you ladies so much for joining me, and we are going to get started. I'm sorry, Glenda, did you want to be on camera?
No, you can take it off. I'm not even dressed, but I need.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know if I can, but you should have where you can remove, stop sharing your camera. But go ahead, Pretty Girl, with what you were saying. Pretty Girl 96?
Oh, I'm done.
Okay, you're done. All right, and next up we have Maritha. What's your thoughts, Maritha, on everything that's going on?
It's sickening. It really is. You wouldn't think this was a bunch of adults. I'm not going to say grown people. I'm just going to say adults because it's obvious that no one has grown up yet. Let's start with Stormi. I don't. Can somebody just tell me what the issue is with her towards Mel? I don't know what issue that she would have towards Mel. It don't matter who product came out when, your product is out.
Yeah.
And as a consumer, you're going to purchase whomever product you choose to purchase.
That's right.
And most people that by attitude, customer service, that's the number one downfall in a business.
Yes, it is.
If you don't have the proper customer service, I don't care what you have, there's always an alternative to something, for someone to choose something else. And Stormi, I feel like, I've seen a lot of, bloggers today was saying how Stormi loves the attention, whether it's negative or positive. And then, I had to agree with that. So I said I wasn't going to give her, any more of my energy, any more of my time, any more of my thoughts, because what she's doing is like, a person who is on the edge. That's what she's acting like to me. Someone that's on the edge, that's about to, you know, that need to just get away from it all, go on an island by themselves and get themselves together.
Yes.
That's what it seems like to me that's going on with Stormy. Now, if what the people saying don't bother her, Don't keep repeating, it don't bother me.
Mm-hmm. Because obviously it does. Obviously. And Maritha, you're going
Don't
in
keep
and out.
saying what they're saying. It don't. It is bother you. And then you are a businesswoman.
Yeah.
You have products, as you tell us, in Target and Walmart and CVS and all these stores. Shouldn't you be really paying attention to the business that's really paying you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then with Ariane, oh, that's how I feel about that. And then Tisha gave her the right advice. Stand down.
She
It's
did.
it's not worth it's not worth it. And she should take it from somebody that who has been there, who has been torn to shreds
Mm-hmm.
on this on in these streets, these YouTube streets. Because
And,
when you come from
and other,
male,
wait a minute, Maritha, and other social media sites, because I hate the rep that YouTube gets, and I get what you're saying, and you're right. But it's also
exactly,
other social media platforms as well that they get the same amount of negative feedback from.
exactly. And as far as you know, these YouTube streets, they tore Tisha up. Tisha scared to get back on to say anything under anybody post other than Stormy Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And with Ariane, honey, just lay down and do bed rest for a while. Don't say nothing.
Mm.
Don't say nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree with you 100%, Maritha, on everything that you said. Now, I don't think that Stormy is looking for the negative and positive feedback. I think she wants positive feedback and pity, because she can't
Hmm.
handle the negative. It's obvious she can't handle the negative. Um, had she been in the right frame of mind when it comes to business, yes, as long as they're talking about you, cool, good or bad. And then you parlay that into your business. But with her responding, going back and forth, taking screenshot of what folks are saying and all of that, that's for pity, in my opinion.
But then when she came for you, and when she came for another blogger, and then when she used that F word towards consumers, and
Consumers.
then she called people ignorant, I said, you know what? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it for me. That's all
Look,
it took for me.
I'm gonna tell you something, and this is the honest to God's truth. I was was it Instagram? Maybe it was Instagram. I don't know. In the comments somewhere. And somebody said that you can order her serum and all of that on Amazon. So I said, let me go ahead and order this girl serum. I'm not going to order it from a website because allegedly people still waiting from November. But I honestly was going to order it, but I went to Amazon. I didn't see it. Now, this was maybe Saturday or Sunday. It was over the weekend. I'm definitely not ordering now. You know what I mean? I didn't care about her reposting from my page. She had it where you really couldn't see the name. You had to look closely, and then you saw my little avatar where I had hearted that I don't like her mama. So it didn't bother me. You know what I mean? Because if we can get content from them, she can post whatever. I was proud of myself because I could have let loose, but I didn't because I didn't feel like she was really, really disrespectful towards me. She was just hurt about the comments. And rightfully so. We all have whatever features we were born with, but I think that a lot of people say stuff like that out of anger for the things that they see Stormy doing. And I think that that's what she doesn't get. You know what I mean? But yeah, it is what it is. Somebody in the comments said that Empress Radio blocked her. And I guess I'm going to have to go watch Empress's video because I didn't see what she said. Do any of you guys know what she said about Empress?
Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'll go check it out and see. But Cheryl Howard, what are your thoughts?
Hi. Hi, y'all. How y'all doing?
Hi.
Good.
Hi.
Gosh. Go, Stormi need to stop acting like she's the only successful one out here and the first one to do it. There's plenty of hair products that were out before she even was thought about
Mm-hmm.
that were successful and still are. Blue Magic, there was Dark and Lovely, Cream of Nature, so many different hair products that were successful.
Mm-hmm.
And now she wants to make this thing a competition between her and Melody,
Yeah.
and then she got with the Snots, and let them turn her against Melody. Whatever they told her about Melody, whatever. I think she let them turn her against Melody.
I think so too.
Letitia and all of them. So if she that weak-minded and small-minded to go along with that, then she kind of get what she deserved. And don't mess with the millimeters. I'm telling you, these millimeters are. I'm a millimeter, but they are crazy.
Oh yeah. It is, and that's what they don't realize either. I don't think that they realize that the majority of the content creators that may speak against or may call out things, majority of the content creators, subscribers, a lot of us now, it is a few, and I have to tell them in my chat, don't post no public information and all of that. But the majority take it easy. Now, those other die-hard mellometers, they will ruin you.
Right.
And I don't think that Stormi realized that. They will ruin you. I swear to you guys, I promise. I will not take the time to look up anybody's personal information. I will not take the time. You could pay for websites to get arrest records. I just don't do all of that. You know what I mean? Because I've seen it on YouTube, and it's horrible.
It's like
there's a lot of people out here that do that. You know what I mean?
It's like Beyonce. But you say one thing about Beyonce, the Beehive is coming after you.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You're not going to be able to survive it. I'm telling you right now.
Not only Beyonce, but Nicki Minaj as well.
Rihanna.
And like you said, a lot of and I said it last night, a lot of male fans, I'm not saying that they're crazed or anything like that, but there's some people that got time on their hands.
Yeah.
They have time on their hands, and they could go there.
This woman got over 500,000 followers. Over 500,000 followers. Each one of them are going to come at you.
And that's just Instagram. So, she still has her following on
everywhere.
Social media sites. So it's probably doubled that in talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I think the problem is with all of them. Because again, we haven't seen Mel say much. The most that I've seen Mel go back and forth with was Tisha. That's, Destiny. They had their little thing, and it is what it is and was what it was. But she really doesn't say anything to provoke. She doesn't respond. And I think that they are upset because of her fans, and they take it out on her. And you can't do that.
And they're more mad because Melody don't respond. That's why when Stormi say she got tough skin, no, she don't. Because if she had tough skin and she was so unbothered, she wouldn't say nothing. She wouldn't respond. Period.
Do you know how many people don't talk mad-ish about Mel and she still don't respond?
And still don't respond. Thank you. Thank you. So you're bothered.
We've seen Mel act out, and she's not even really doing that anymore with Martell.
No.
The last time that I remember was this past summer when he posted all of those, you guys remember, and she had to set him straight. And then when Marceau chimed in, she got him straight too. But that was in response to, you know what I mean?
And Melody she stopped. She wasn't talking. She wasn't responding for a long time.
Oh.
And I think she just got fed up. And that's when she came out. She came at them because she kept her mouth shut a long time. She didn't say nothing. But she was like, hey, I can't take no more. This is it. Now I'm gonna roast everybody.
But she kind of like Kenya Moore. Kenya say, "Don't come for me unless I send for you." Exactly. But when you come for me and I come for you, now don't get upset and don't get butt hurt. And don't start playing victim because you started this.
That's right. I totally agree. Kenya will let loose. Do you hear me?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Kenya don't play.
Yeah.
Nene
So
either. Nene either. I don't like Nene too much, but Nene don't play either.
I
Nene,
love
That's my
I
girl.
said what I
last
said.
Marie. I
That's
love
my girl.
Nene. Okay. And the way that she sings those
Where
songs,
is your scooter? Where is
that's
your
right.
scooter?
She got some classic lines, my goodness.
Yeah, she said you don't look good, but anyway.
I love me some Nene. But Cameron Fox, what are your thoughts on the discussion?
Oh, hey you guys, hey y'all. So
Hi.
nervous. This is my first time on the chat, but Chit Chat,
Welcome.
I've been subscribed to your channel for a minute now. And I agree with majority of your viewpoints. And you guys just said something that I thought was so funny. You guys were talking about the millimeters. And I think a lot of y'all miss a very important part of the millimeters. The young girls that went through what Melody Kids is going through at this moment. Because I have friends whose mom had gone through the same exact thing as Mel. And we watched this show. We super die hard, because at one point in life, like we were Mel's kids. You know what I'm saying? We were their age. We were dealing with narcissistic dads and, seeing our moms go through stuff like this. So a lot of those fans that are willing to go the extra mile to do research and check for this, that, and the third, yeah, they have the time because, and just speaking from experience, because some of my friends are like in tech, they search IP addresses and stuff like that. It's nowadays we're making six figures in tech, staying at home doing a little bit of nothing. So I do think a lot of people do have time to just investigate because they're diehards, because they saw their mothers go through the same situation that Mel is going through.
Understood. But do you think it's right? I mean, I get it. They relate on a personal level to what Mel has gone through, but them doing that is not going to bring healing to their mom or them.
Oh, I totally agree. I totally agree. Some things, I think it's about morals as well. You know what I mean? Some people morally would go that far, and most of us won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That don't mean the majority of us that won't go that far won't watch the people that will go that far.
I agree.
But I'm one of those people that if you are willing to go that far, I do like to keep you at a distance, because if you can do that over a reality star, ain't no telling what you're willing to do over people that you know.
Exactly. I totally agree, Cameron. And like I said, I get it. I think that in one way or another, a lot of people relate to what Mel went through. Like you said, it could have been through their parents. It could have been them. It could have been that they weren't married, but they were with a man and he was taken or not taken. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think a lot of people can relate, but I also think that the majority of her fan base, in my opinion, admire her strength, admire her, because it could have been so easy for things to have been different.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Mel could have been stuck in an apartment somewhere. Barely able to feed her kids. Some women lose their minds over what this lady went through. Completely snap. We see shows on Lifetime, Dateline, everything. Some women snap.
Mel said that
A lot of people really admire that part of Mel, and a lot of people can relate. A lot of us have been with narcissistic men. So when we see Martell, we see things that we went through. We can recognize it. That's why we're able to call him out the way that we do. But I agree with you. I've told people 1,000 times that, being on social media, excuse me, you can really see some nasty, ugly stuff. I don't recommend anybody stooping to that level.
But what I can say, and not to cut you off, I do think that, when it comes to the castmates, some things are going above and beyond. Like, I feel like I made a comment on somebody's YouTube, and I don't like to talk about the YouTubers because I really like all of y'all. Because somebody called Stormi baby like, oh, the dookie braid, whatever, and I'm like, come on now, we can't go there. You know what I'm saying? We can't be mad because everybody's attacking Sugar Mama, but in the same breath, call this lady baby dookie braids. Like we got better. So, but whatever happens to Arion, I will stand on. I could care less. I could care less. If you are willing to taunt a woman about her husband and her family, break up the family, of course not on your own, but like taunt the breaking up of her family, you don't deserve anything. And that's just what it is. You don't deserve anything good. And it's unfortunate, but your kids are going to have to deal with that. And I only say that from experience because like I said, my mother went through a similar situation as with like Melody went through. And as far as like literally, you guys, this shit is so crazy. I'm sorry, I can't curse, but my mama was like in a relationship for like 15 years. My dad, had a baby on her. She left him, bossed up, remarried, great life. And my dad, it's like he fought my mama for child support for us. And once he lost, we didn't exist anymore. Wow. And then he didn't even acknowledge the second child. I mean, the child he had a baby on her with. But he was acknowledging her at first when he thought it would make my mom mad. So I don't know. Like I look at this and I kind of see so many similarities.
Yeah. Wow.
And what Melody more so trying to do is send a message to all the young women in general, to know the signs. Know this is what he's gonna do. This is what you're gonna go through. Don't fall into that same trap.
That's true. But Arion is a fool. Arion is a fool. Like, because I'm 25 years old. I'm 25.
But she's not a fool. She's not a fool. This is learned behavior.
Oh yeah.
This is a generational thing because it did not have to be. She chose for this. So when you choose something and you get what you get, you're not fool. You're not a fool. Yeah. You just being fooled. Yeah. So this man played Arion. He pillow talked with that girl. And he did all kind of stuff with her.
To feel like she was that girl. Like some girls are when you're accustomed to not being chosen. When a man chooses you finally over another woman, some women feel something about that. Like, I don't know. It's weird. So I don't think she got played. I think she knew exactly what she was doing. And it failed. And she got cake face now.
Yeah. When I say she got played by being with Martell for all those years, calling Mel, taunting Mel, going on when she did that Tasha K interview, and then she get up and talk about what Martell did to her, and the things Martell did for her. When she got out there saying all that, she thought that would make Mel leave because Martell was telling her something, he was telling Mel something. Mel just had sense enough to say, when God say go, I'm gone. And Arion, she left, and then Arion had the little baby, and then she thought, the baby didn't do what she thought it was going to do, and the baby didn't do what Martell thought it was going to do. It did totally the opposite.
It sure did. And you know what? I don't want to say that she was played, but she also played herself.
Exactly.
She knew what she was doing. I don't care if she was 24, but she was screwing. She already had a baby, which means she was already in a relationship. And you can't tell me that she waited a year, like she tried to say she did, to sleep with Martell. You can't tell me that she didn't know night one. If you're going to a cousin's house, your friend is friends with the cousin, you better believe that she knew that man was married. But like she said, he was attractive to her and all of that. And Martell was a big name in Huntsville. So she saw money signs initially. Then she was on the chase. She was on the chase to break up that marriage. So karma will always spin the block. And that's what we're witnessing. She's not quiet because she want to keep her life a secret now. No, she's quiet because she's a dummy ass, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Karma's spinning the block hard.
What's that?
Karma's spinning the block and hitting her hard.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's tearing her. It's tearing her up.
And it should. I say
It's tearing her up.
That girl did not put in all of that work for all of those years to say that she didn't want to be Martell's wife. Best believe she wanted everything Mel had. Only thing is, she thought Martell provided it. Martell was saying that on the show. Well, I give you money. I let you run the money. I let you run the budget and all. It was all a game. Mel was covering him. So when she removed that cover, there's nothing for Ariana. Nothing.
And what Ariana don't realize is that she was dealing with a narcissist from the beginning. She didn't have no self-esteem. She didn't have no self-worth. So it was easy for him to groom her, even though she knew what she was doing. But he also had to groom her also.
He did.
And mold her. So she knew.
And he did.
And he did.
That's why she did.
That's why she loves her hair so much. That's why she's always playing in her hair. I think that's something that he told her that he loved about her.
Oh, it's on video. She said that.
And she's always like, oh, you know, because she's flaunting her age a lot. Like she thinks she's better than Mel, or she thinks she had one up on Mel because she was younger than Mel. When in actuality, a man like Martell needs a dummy. You know, he would never be able to thrive on a woman that's secure within herself.
Yeah. But the thing is, she's only 3-4 years younger than Mel.
Exactly.
I would consider that a younger woman. Most time a younger woman is 15 years younger, 20 years younger.
Exactly.
They're both in their 30s, you know?
And how can she think she's better than Melody when Melody got a house on the hill and she allegedly receiving government assistance and living in Section 8? Mm-hmm. You can't think you better than somebody. You can think what you want, but it's not reality. She's nowhere near better than no Melody. She can forget that. That's
right. Nothing has been reality for her. Let me add Hannah Grace. Hannah Grace, is this you?
Hey, Hannah Grace.
Hey, Chit. Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hey, Hannah Grace.
Give me 1 second, guys. We have 949 people watching. Thank you guys so much. If you're in the bushes, please make sure to hit the like and drop down in the chat if you're just watching. Hello, Hannah, what's going on?
Yeah, drop that knowledge, Hannah.
Now, Hannah, before I did have Glenda. Glenda Holloway, are you there?
I'm here.
Hi, what's your thought?
Hi. Listen, first of all, let me just say I'm so pleased that I finally made the panel. Hannah, Maritha, Cheryl, I love you ladies. I'm usually across all the chats that you ladies are on. And I love your commentary, Chit Chat. I just love your commentary. I have been a subscriber for a while. But I want to say I'm from Mississippi originally. I'm in Wisconsin now, but I'm from Mississippi. And I was introduced to Stormi when back in the day, she hosted a sort of like a networking event. And a couple of my cousins attended the event. That is when I first learned of Stormi. She had a panel where she was teaching young girls that wanted to start businesses about how to start businesses and stuff. And so I started to look into her, and that's when I learned about the Canvas Beauty brand. But back then, Stormi was not promoting her brand as in her hair care like she does today. So nobody really even knew who Stormi was. Exactly. So she wasn't marketing her hair care the way you see her doing it today. Gotcha. So nobody knew her. She didn't have a large following like that. And I think mostly her products were online at the time. So, and she wasn't promoting and doing all these crazy youth Instagram videos like she do today. But I'm going to say this. I think, in my opinion, that I think the cast is searching for a storyline. And what I mean by that is, since Mel told them they wouldn't be able to use her or this upcoming season, I think the things that they're doing and trying to nitpick at her with is trying to get her to come and stoop to their level. They are trying to get a response from her, and she's paying them dust. She's not saying anything. And I think if she responds, that's going to be something they can use on the show to be a part of their storyline. So I'm so glad that she is not stepping off of her throne and stooping to their level.
Yep.
In regards to Martell, my brother is Martell. And let me tell you, a narcissist, they are the meanest and most evil people that you can come in contact with.
Tell him, child. Tell him.
And my brother dated the girl that he was with for 12 years. They had one son, dated for 12 years. She finally, just last year, going into their 13th year, had the courage to finally leave.
Wow.
My brother can't stand me today because I have been telling her for years to get out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what a narcissist will do, they will beat you down until you feel you are nothing, which is what I think he did to Ariana.
Yeah.
I really think
it is.
Yeah, they are evil. So he took her kids, so they have a child. When she decided to finally leave, this is how they play the kids against the mother, because this is what Martell is trying to do to Mel. He took the kid, left with the kid, moved in with the other woman, and would not give the kid back to the mom. Wow. But in hindsight, he's telling the kid, your mom left us. Your mom don't love us anymore. Wow. This is what he's putting in the kid. And see, and I believe this is what Martell does to their kids. When he had those kids, they would put negative thoughts in these kids' head to try and get them to turn against the mom. Because they feel like,
because just I want to just cut you off really quick, because I was in that situation. Like I told y'all, I was Melody's daughter's age when they divorced. My dad used to show me the child support paperwork. Like, he was so distraught because my mom got a bag out of him. I think she was getting like $1,500 every other week or something. So he would sit me down and say, look at what your mother is doing to me. And it was crazy. And for a long time, I did resent my mom because my mom never talked bad about my dad. Yeah. She never told me the truth. Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what's happening to my nephew. He is to the point now to where he's 12, but he doesn't even want to go to his mom because my brother has talked so bad about her. She will attempt to call. He forwarded the son's phone to his number, so if she calls, he'll answer and he'll say he don't want to talk to you. Don't call his phone because you left. Because what happened was she was the backbone, and this is what happens with men like Martell and like any narcissist. They cling to women who can be breadwinners for them. They cling to women who got it all together. She can hold the house together. She takes care of the bills. She makes sure home is together, and she works. And they hide behind those kind of women. But to everybody else, they talk about what they have. I got this, I got that, but you don't have anything. It's the woman that's doing all of this. And when she left, he began to slowly lose everything, which is what Martell is going to go through. He began to slowly lose everything. He lost the house, which was my mother's house that she left to us. He lost the house. It went into foreclosure. She stopped paying the bills. When she would show me just chain messages that he would send to her of all the horrible stuff that he would say to her because he was upset that she left. And when I say this boy dogged her out for years to the point to where he would have other women coming to the house. And I would just I say, baby, at the end of the day, that's my brother. He's blood. I love him to death. But at the end of the day, I'm everything women. I love women. And I would be less than a woman to sit here and tell you to stay in a situation when I clearly see that this man is dogging you out and he means you no good. I don't care who he eats. Blood ain't thicker than water in all situations. Right is right and wrong is wrong. That's and I called her. She finally called and she said, you know what, sis? I finally had the nerve to leave. Slowly but surely, I started taking, and all the red flags were there. She called him so many times. But, you know, you can tell a person all day long that they should leave, but it takes the will to build up in them before they get the strength to leave. And she finally called and said that she left. I say, well, I'm so glad that you left. I said, so how do you feel? Are you good? Are you okay? And she said, it's the best decision that I ever made in my life. And right now, when I say this young lady is flourishing, she is doing the darn thing. And he is still giving her hell. Just like they never go away. They continue to badger. She'll send me text messages every day of things that he say and how he degrade her and talk about the other woman, how much better the other woman is, and the other woman is prettier than you. This is what they do to their spouse. This is what they do. They degrade them.
And the narcissist, they look for
narcissistic behavior for real.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh! When I say,
second, guys, over 1 second, Glenda. We have over 1,000 watching, 1,026 people. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you to the 1K. Thank you, chat. I am reading you guys' comments. You're cutting up as always, and I love it. And we have welcomed Anonymous to the panel.
Oh my God. And panel, oh my God.
How are you?
Before Anonymous, before you start, I just want to ask the lady that was speaking before.
And then real quick, Maritha, after you and after Glenda responds, then we're going to Hannah Grace.
Yeah, okay. If he's doing all of this to the little boy's mom, now I know this other lady got to be in some kind of turmoil too.
Okay, well, this is the thing, and she's going to get it too, because she's the one of the ladies that he had come to the house when they were together. What happened, she just so happened her and the kids were getting ready to go to church. She just so happened to forget the shoes for her daughter, so she had to go back home. Lo and behold, when she gets there, this woman is in the house. He wasn't expecting her to come back. But the way he degraded her, see, what he had told the other woman is that I've been trying to leave, but she won't leave me alone. So he put all of the heat on her to the other woman. So the other woman, just like Ariane, which is, I'm sure this is what Martell tells Ariane, I tried to leave, but she keeps bothering me, or I'm here for the kids. They always have a reason as to why they have not left yet. So he finally left, and he just recently proposed to the new girl. But the thing is, so he calls me because he's upset that I actually praised the old girlfriend in leaving. I told her, at the end of the day, no man is worth your peace, your mental stability, or your health. Get out while you still have the mind to get out. And he, to this day, hates my guts because I told her to leave. I told her, you do what's best for you at the end of the day. If it means you leaving, you leave. If it means you staying, you stay. But at the end of the day, you do what's best for you. And he told me in true narcissistic form, he said, you're family. How dare you tell her to leave? I say, I didn't tell her to leave. I told her to do what was best for her. He said, but you were supposed to tell her to come back and work it out with her family. I said, you dogged this girl for 12 years. And she finally left. How dare you think I would tell her to come back? I didn't even tell her to leave. I told her to do what was best for her.
Yeah.
And to this day, we don't speak because of that. But he's a narcissist. This is how they operate. And he called everybody in her family, all of her friends, even her mom sides with him. This is how they do. They're so charismatic with getting people to turn against you. It's like she's on an island all to herself because he has turned everybody against her. He said that she's not well. Her mental stability is not there. That's why I have the son. And that girl is fine. But it's him. This is what narcissists do.
Well, I'm glad she got you.
Yes.
And next we're going to Hannah Grace. But I shared a story about my ex who was a true narcissist. But, you know, he came up with the story that he had a baby's mama that had cancer. And this is why he didn't go and spend time with the daughter. And all of it was a lie. So that's, the main trait, if you ask me, are they're liars.
Very much so.
Professional.
They're vindictive. They're all of the above. So that's another thing that I appreciate. That's one of the main topics that my girl Anonymous will educate a lot of people on, because a lot of people don't recognize the traits. They don't know what it is. And true narcissist. So thank you for just standing up as a woman, like
Absolutely.
you said, as a family member, but sometimes we have to be just a woman, you know what I mean, and support women.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But
Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
why Destiny gets so much heat, because how could you be friends with a man like Martell? How?
Yeah.
With anybody? All of them siding with him based on everything that he displayed on the show and outside of the show on social media. Why would any woman want to associate themselves with him?
Absolutely. I totally agree. What are your thoughts, Hannah?
Hello, QT and panel and
Hello, Hannah.
Cutie.
Hi, Hannah.
Thank you for
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good.
Good. How are you?
Yes. My first thing that I wanted to talk about was the first person that called in. She said something about that Miss Betty did not say anything about. She didn't say anything about Sugar Mama. She said she saw something in a text, and then on social media, and she agreed with it, or she liked it. Okay. But see, that's not the only thing we talk about. She started off talking about Melody. So I wanted to clear that up. It wasn't just her talking about Sugar Mama that people started talking about Miss Betty, because again, you don't get on social media and talk about a woman who hasn't said anything about you. And this lady has 4 children and a brand. And I don't understand why you would do that. So the second thing that I wanted to talk about was your QT, your piece that you did today. I can't remember exactly what Letitia told me, but I can't remember that.
She just told her it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Yeah,
it's not worth it. To go backwards and forth with the
millimeters.
With the millimeters, it's not worth it.
Right. Clapback isn't, and these weren't Tisha's exact words, but the post was, a clapback isn't even worth it. Your fruit will outlive their lies.
Yeah, that's what she said.
They don't have as much to lose as you, which is excellent advice.
It's great advice, but it doesn't apply here because, no one has said anything. It has told any lies on her. They're telling the truth. So basically what I see Letitia doing, she was shut down, her and Martha. So together with that 5.5 million, allegedly, in my opinion, lawsuit, counter lawsuit, they shut them down. Those were not, well, maybe she thought those were lies, but it is good advice only when it applies. What I'm saying is people say all this, and this is what I've always tried to say, listen, when you have the opportunity, go ahead on and do the right thing. Don't start talking about, trying to pretend. Now, I'm not going to say pretend, but now all of a sudden you want to do the right thing when you had the opportunity at first. And we've seen so many things that you could have done differently. And we all make mistakes, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you got to come forward and apologize and say, I was wrong. Not that, okay, my mom has always given me good advice. And it's almost like she was saying, you were right in this instance too, when her mom went and gave her her opinion about Melody based upon somebody's opinion, that based upon a story that she said somebody told her, secondhand information. So that to me was not a good for someone that say they have a multi-million-dollar business, and you would think that you would at least have common sense and good business sense to not. She wouldn't have never got on her social media, and I heard you talk about this too, QT. She got on her page, her business page, and did all of this foolishness. So now, you that's a strike against you. You're just piling it up. And then I want to go back again to how this all started. To me, how it well, not all started, but I think that what's bothered me the most is that Melody was the one that went to Carlos King with this idea, and they, it was a hit show, and then you had people like Letitia, Miss Wanda, and all of the Scotts trying to get their own show and take over, and then they started to try to make Melody look like she was a bad person and just pretty much X her out of her own show. And that to me would be like, okay, Stormi, you started Canvas Beauty. How would you like it if someone, Target or whoever, got together and say, hey, well, Stormi started Canvas Beauty, but we kicked the door down like Kimmy said about Love and Marriage Huntsville. So this is the problem that I had with a lot of the cast members. And to this day, they still have not apologized. And Carlos King was the head leader ring of it when he said that people was saying that Melody was the queen of Love and Marriage Huntsville. He got on there and said there is no queen. Actually, he put all three of them, Letitia, Kimmy, and Melody at that, which I thought was dead wrong for him to do that. For this girl to bring this show idea to him, and then he wouldn't even give her credit either. But he got shot down too. So
messy boots.
Right.
Messy boots.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter who he tries to self-crown. We see what's going on.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We can see, so I don't even think it bothers Mel to that extent.
No.
Anytime that OWN has made 2 posts, I believe, so far, as far as trying to get the attention for people to watch the upcoming season. Both posts one was about Mel, the other was about Mel and Martell. They're the face. Mel is the face. Martell is just there, just hanging on by a string. So it doesn't matter what, and that's what I think is the problem with the cast. They know it. Mm-hmm. So Carlos can say 1,000 times that they all are. But let me say this though, QT. I think that had not it been for Miss Wanda and all of that foolishness, it would have been a whole different story that we're talking about. But it went the way it was supposed to. But they were trying their best, and it didn't work out for them. So that's what I'm saying. Just for them trying, it was ridiculous to me. Yeah, and you know what I said that, and then we're gonna let Anonymous speak. That Bessemer Hillbillies episode where it was 2 back-to-back shows. That's where they were trying to introduce. And I'm sorry, you guys know I call it. That's when they were trying to possibly branch out to another show. We've never seen that with anybody else. Back to back, almost full episodes based on what went on in Bessemer. So Wanda was popular at the time, and she suffered from the big head. You know what I mean? She got a little too cocky, and Mel's fans, the millimeters, shut it down when she talked negatively about that baby. So everything happens for a reason. The queen is still standing.
Exactly.
And we know that's Melody Cherie. But what's your thoughts, Anonymous?
Well, I think, there's a lot of things that are dealing with narcissism. And I love my banner. Love you too. I think what people are describing as it relates to the children, I talked about it on the Silva's Live on Patreon. We looked at an article talking about parental alienation syndrome. That's what a narcissist will do it's really a divide and conquer strategy to alienate the children from the good parent. And that's what Martell is trying to do with Melody. What he does is give examples. And again, in my opinion, allegedly, when he only acknowledges Martell Jr. or Tank's birthday and doesn't acknowledge the 3 other children's birthday that he had with Melody, it's trying to, in my opinion, emphasize bro code principles. He's trying to train Tank to think that the boys are probably superior to girls
Wow.
at an early age.
Exactly.
Great.
Second thing that I'm seeing is by even not wishing the children on his own Instagram page, you name it, happy birthday is a problem because it shows favoritism. The whole ice cream man, where if any child talked bad about Melody, they got a reward, is part of that. And what people don't realize is he has, and I'm going to say it, I know everybody don't want to believe it, he has a hatred for Melody for leaving him and not staying in bondage. He thinks he's supposed to be a pimp and she's a 304. He believes he's King Tut, and he believes that he can have sex with dogs, cats, animals, people, you name it, and everybody's supposed to be underneath him. I think something happened in his childhood to have this feeling that he has to be superior and everybody has to be underneath him for him to be of value. But that's a perverted view. That's a delusion of grandeur. You know, most people know we're not supposed to do that. Rational people know that, but he's irrational. And I told, at least on the Silva's Live on Patreon, I find it very interesting that the prodigal son woke up when he was in the hog bin eating husk, but Hotel couldn't wake up. That tells you who he serves. He doesn't serve God. He serves the other. So Melody has to treat him like he is her enemy and do the art of war and basically unalive him by 1,000 cuts. He needs to treat him. She needs to treat him like Scar in The Lion King. She's Nala.
Yeah.
You come for my babies, I'm coming for your head.
I know that's right.
Do not take it. When you're in court, I know her prophetess had to let her know to pick up the phone to get the phone hacking charges because she didn't want to do it. It's time for you to annihilate him because he's trying to annihilate you. And it's sad, though. The old Hotel is gone. He's not there. He hid it.
It's a shell.
This is the true Hulk or Hyde is who he is. And he'll destroy anything like he did with Devin Keith. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous what he did. So, you have to understand he's her enemy.
Yeah.
And if she understands that, which I think she is, she's keeping her distance from what I've heard from Vanessa and even hearing us, she knows she loves some millimeters. She said, y'all are some critical thinkers. I said, yes, we are. I'm not looking at what you say. I'm looking at what you do. And what he does is he views her as her enemy. So I'm going to treat you as. And I know it's like, well, I'm a Christian. We're supposed to love. I can love you like David did to Goliath and the Palestinians. I'm going to take 5 smooth stones, knock you upside your head. And then after I get done, I'm going to take a sword and cut your head off.
Woo, you ain't playing, are you, Anonymous?
It's just true. That's what you got to do. They're your enemies.
I feel you. And Martell has exhibited these, I don't want to say traits, but he's shown us from the beginning that he was jealous of his wife, that he didn't care for her at all. And yeah, I agree with you. Now it's really turned into hatred because she had the strength enough to leave. So when she left, that pulled the cover from over him, and we all can really see what's going on with him. So I absolutely agree that he probably hates her even more.
But you know what, Miss Chit Chat? I believe she feel the same way about him now, because at the reunion, she said she never thought that she could
have kids with.
She could not like the person that she had kids with.
Yeah.
So, she said it in a good way, but, but we all could read underneath what she was saying. She loathes him just as much as he hates her,
right,
allegedly.
Maritha, that was because of his actions. And she should feel that way.
Of course.
You know what I mean? She loved them in the beginning, gave them chance after chance and all of that. So, yeah, she should feel that way.
But the thing is, they don't think that you should not like them. A narcissist does not like to not be liked. They want everyone in their circle to like them. They don't care what they do to you, what they say to you. You're still supposed to be a part of the team, which is why Martell always stressed to Mel, you didn't protect me. He had every intentions of continuing to do what he was doing as long as it was not aired for the world to see. And when it was aired and everybody saw who he really was, that's when his level of hate for Mel began to elevate. He was very jealous from her from the beginning. You can go all the way back to season 1 when Mel was attending her appearances. You could look at see the look on his face. That wasn't a look of admiration from a husband to a wife. That was a look of jealousy. Right. He did not like the fact that she was in the forefront.
Right. That's the difference that I see. She wasn't like that. He's always
right. Absolutely.
He's always had this hatred, jealousy, all of that envy. You know, I just sit back and think about when she used to have her speaking engagements, and he would be the one that's sitting there with the kids. You can see it then, you know, because he's been unable to communicate what he's trying to say effectively. You know what I'm saying? So it's always been a jealousy there. And yeah, I just thank God that Mel finally left him, and she's going to be okay. Even with this custody, I'm praying for full custody for her. And I know that she will still be kind enough to allow those kids to go see their dad, but she would have some control if it was full custody. She would be able to move out of the state like she wants to.
Do we know the results yet? Because I have a strange feeling the court is going to allow the original to continue.
I think that that's how it's going to play out. There was a couple people in the comments saying that it's been continued again. And let me welcome, before I finish, SKR, is this you? SKR? SKR? Hello? All right, I'm going to remove her until she can hear. But you guys remember a couple weeks ago on my live where there was a lady that lives local in Huntsville that also went through a custody battle, and she said it took 3 years. I couldn't believe it. So I'm hoping that won't be the case for Mel and Martell. But yeah, we don't know for sure, but they are saying in the comments that they read somewhere that it's been continued again.
I mean, at some point, the judge got to get sick of that.
I was going to tell you this. This is a lot of people, because I work in family law in my state, okay? I do cases like this. All hotel has to do is the bare minimum. I'm just letting you know, unless he consents to not see the kids. But knowing him, he wants to... It's a way in his perverted mind to have control of Melody. It's weird. But usually the courts or the guardian ad litem will, even though it might be contention, and he does have narcissistic tendencies, they do want to see both parents be in the children's life.
I agree. Yeah, that's the goal of them all.
Yeah, it is. It's just that, but this is the thing that I think Melody is very smart. And I think her counsel helped her probably more than anything. Knowing he's narcissistic, because a lot of us don't understand narcissism. And even in the courts, a good portion of the people who are in the courts are narcissists too. Just letting you know. Is that she can have the children in therapy. They are very smart children. All 4 of them. And sometimes a lot of people don't understand the way to combat this narcissism is therapy. You have to have the child understand that you are dealing with a mental disorder. They are not well at all. They're on Pluto, you're on Earth. Literally. And I'll give you a perfect example. Boss Baby, you know, Carlos Queen, in my opinion, allegedly had Hotel come in a suit and try to read to the child to give him a storyline, right? Hotel had the book, his own book, reading upside down.
Oh my word.
Beautiful boss baby with her lovely, beautiful tail.
Bless her heart.
Help saw her father was in need and went and turned the book upside up and helped him read.
How embarrassing.
It ain't embarrassing, but what I'm saying is this. Boss baby, you know Melody is helping her children. Even though he's trying to alienate them from his mother. His mother is doing the golden rule. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. We know Hotel is only worried about getting his ego stroked. That's why these past 2 days he had a picture of him in a Lamborghini. I think he rented it from Carlos Queen, in my opinion, allegedly.
Say what now?
So he just because again
anonymous, allegedly.
I did. I said allegedly in
Oh
my
my
opinion. I did
God.
say it.
Okay. But no, I had a question though. Wasn't the picture old of the
A Lamborghini?
I think it was just recent, but again, he needs his ego stroked, in my opinion, allegedly.
Child.
So you gotta deal with people who they are. You're just like, they're learning, but they love, and this is the thing, but all kids love their parents. They wish their parents would be right, but they don't want to choose between the mother or father because they love them in their own individual way.
Absolutely.
So a lot of this is if I'm thinking, I know Melody's like, I want to move and stuff, but if you do move, then it could be all crazy with what he has in his mind because he'll lose everything. Doing the off and on, I think can work, but he does need therapy, literally. It might be supervised, but the kids are probably going to be smarter to help them. And plus the millimeters, you guys with Facebook and YouTube checking them out. That this past Christmas when you were able to see what was happening when he was outside in Huntsville during the snow, that helped him be a check to make sure he doesn't go manic, in my opinion, allegedly. So a lot of this is, whether we like it or not, Melody did have babies with this maggot, in my opinion, allegedly. So
and it's so unfortunate.
That he, I know Maritha said that you need to pray for him. I think he needs an exorcism. Not prayer, an exorcism. Whatever demons that are in him need to be removed and put into a hog pen, and then the hogs will just leave.
Oh,
that's what he has, in my opinion, allegedly.
Oh,
that's it, Lord.
Well, anonymous, I'm with you.
Specialize in exorcism removal.
No, but I don't play. Let me tell you something. I don't play around. I don't play around like that. But you know what? On the real, Martell really, and this is just my opinion. He do need to take a break from society for a while and go to Arizona to one of those retreats and sit in a cave and just, I don't know. I don't know what could help this man at this point. I just really, because you don't have your children, you don't have your children well-being in mind.
Yeah.
Forget Mel, forget you. The children, that should be all that matters. But we see that that's not. Okay, now you just said this man allegedly taking a picture with a Lamborghini. You spending that type of money, man, get you somewhere to live.
He ain't about no Lamborghini.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
Come on now, you can go rent that. You can rent one for $300 a night. He ain't about
now who in their right mind want to go and rent a Lamborghini?
Destiny rented it for him.
Child, what kind of credit she got? She got that PPP loan.
She said she rented cars for mail. She rented it for him.
Yeah, sure she did.
Ooh, child, they got their priorities all to be old as they are. Their priorities are all messed up.
Now he probably had to do some sexual tricks to get that Lamborghini allegedly.
Everybody can go in front of a car dealership and sit in front of a car.
Hurt me tonight, huh?
But you got the batter up real quick, and I said allegedly, in my opinion.
Hey, Anonymous, are you sure that that's a recent picture? The only reason I'm
Thank you.
asking is because I know that when he went live in December, he asked Tank. I think Tank had said their son. I don't know if we need to be using the kid's name, but anyway, he said, "Well, who had a Lamborghini?" Didn't he say that? And he said, "You did." So I think he said he used to have one. So I haven't seen the picture, but the other thing to say is also that Martell is upset, highly upset, because he feel like Melody used him for the show, because he said if he had known, basically, I'm summarizing, if he had known that this was going to turn out the way it did, that she was going to leave him, he wish he had known before they got the TV show, because she blew up. She
Yeah,
went
but
a
Hannah,
whole
this is
different
why
level,
leapfrog
and he's
is
upset.
so important for someone who can't read and write, allegedly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Hotel, you and Carlos Queen brought the show to Melody to star in to get her back. She left you. Honey,
That's not true.
you slow. You slow. When
That's
she left and
not
had, I guess, fellatio, as she said at the reunion, she left. You wanted her to come back because you thought, in my opinion, allegedly, to conquer her. You thought you were King Tut. Well, you're not. You're a Vienna sausage, in my opinion. You don't have it.
Anonymous,
You don't have
my
it.
opinion on that real quickly. I don't think that was the case, because no one initially would have known how this would have turned out. We have to admit that at that time, Mel and Martell, although they were going through infidelity and all of that, they were still very much married. She was still very much having relations with her husband, having
Correct.
kids and all of that. So I don't think that was the goal from the beginning. Now, if something changed midway, that could be different. But this was Mel's dream. She said it. We know. And she went after her dream. And Martell even came out and said, and she said it before too, that he supported her in her dream. As far as, baby, go ahead, go for it. This is what you want to do. What do you want to do? So I don't think that there was a come together before the show started and said, you know what, dude, we're going to take your wife down. I don't think.
I agree
Me
with
neither.
that, Chit Chat.
I
And the
agree.
reason I said that is because I don't even think that Martell and Coleslaw were dealing with each other when they got this show, because Coleslaw said it herself. She said that they weren't together. And that's why she came out talking bad about Martell. And then when the blogger recorded her, she also was telling a whole lot of other things. I think once the show got started again, that's when Martell went right back to his old tricks again, and Melody trusted him when she shouldn't have. But anyway, we'll just say it turned out for her good, even after everything that happened the way it happened. Martell he messed the whole thing up, and he's getting what he deserved as far as I'm concerned. Him and Coleslaw.
And the good thing I like about Melody is that she exposed the narcissist. She exposed him.
She did.
That's why he went on this smear campaign, and it was because that's what happens a lot. Because I listen to Anonymous and I read up on narcissism, and she exposed him, and how she destroyed him was by leaving him. That's how you destroy the narcissist. You leave them and you don't go back. And she
And
hasn't.
what I don't
It's been 3
understand
years. She hasn't
is,
went back.
and what I don't understand is the level of disdain that so many women have for Mel. I mean, they love Martell and they hate Mel. At the end of the day, we are women first. Put yourself in this woman's shoes. How in the world would you navigate through something so publicized on national TV, and this is your husband, and then he has this side chick that's just big and bold as ever because she's utilizing the information that Martell gives her, and she's using that against his wife on social media? That is the biggest form of humiliation ever. And to take yourself along with 4 small children, do you not know the strength that it takes for a woman to leave a narcissist with 4 children? And
Yeah.
some of the women only have one. I had two. My ex-husband was a narcissist, but I left after 3 years because I've always grown up strong. I had a village. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way. But he was also jealous as well. And what people don't understand is that when you're living with a narcissist, you're literally sleeping with the enemy.
Hmm.
And
They
that is
evil.
a true statement.
They evil.
So
Evil.
I don't understand. At the end of the day, the characters are the characters on this reality show. I know how to separate the two, the reality from what is really real life. And just on the strength of being a woman, I can relate to Mel and what she's going through. There's no way. She is allowed her petty moments. She's allowed to do and say anything she want to do after everything she's been through.
Right. That's right. I've said it 1,001 times. I wouldn't care what she does. She's
Absolutely.
should.
And everybody on that cast, the Scotts and everybody, you cannot tell me, as close as they are in friends to Martell, that they didn't know everything that was going on. Because one thing a narcissist is going
They
to do,
knew.
he's going to tell
They
his
knew.
friends. They knew what was going on. And yet you laugh in this woman's face and pretend to be her friend.
They knew because his job was to turn them against her. That's what they do.
And you wonder why she cut y'all off.
Yep.
Mhm. Real quickly, guys, and to the 1120 that's watching, thank you so much. I wanted to share the picture, guys. This Lambo picture was from December of 2018.
Mm.
Mm.
So what happened? It got repossessed.
I knew it. I knew it.
So yeah,
So he's reminiscing. He's reminiscing.
He's
yeah,
thinking about what shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Them was
Right.
good old days.
Child, I guess
And
some
things.
groceries ain't doing well for him.
Them was
Okay,
good
Right?
old days and things
allegedly,
that
in my
they
opinion.
yeah. So we know he ain't got it like that.
He ain't got it. He ain't got it.
Not at this current time. He
He
lost
was
his,
Mm-mm.
the bomb.
Oh,
lost his wife
tank,
and
tank.
to fronts anymore. Anybody know what happened to the wine? Does he still advertise anything?
Child, that
I
man
have
ain't
not seen
selling
him
that You mean wine.
advertise
Sutter Homes?
nothing.
That wine is dead.
I have not seen him advertise anything.
Me either.
That
It's
wine
like he's not even active on social media.
good.
He Did not his even mother ever. drink it all, allegedly, in my opinion? Child, no, he don't even advertise Sheree no more. Oh,
And she don't advertise him either.
Right.
so,
Both of them.
mm-mm.
Tired of playing.
Him.
Chit Chat, wasn't that around the time that Melody left him too? She said she had left him for about 6 months.
Oh, I don't know, Hannah.
I think it was because that's 2018, and him and Coleslaw been messing around for 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all.
And Ariana need to stop thinking he gonna treat her better than he treated Mel, because he gonna treat her 20 times worse. He gonna use her. He gonna steal from her. Well, she ain't got nothing to steal. He gonna use her. He gonna what he's doing right now. Use her, put her back on the shelf. Then when he want to use her again, he gonna take her off the shelf again. He's not gonna treat her no better.
No,
He
and
gonna, but I thought maggots like that, Cheryl. Allegedly.
she'll forever be the blame for the demise of
He
his
gonna,
family.
he gonna.
Right. And
Every
and
time Martell look at Ariane, he gets upset. You say he gonna do it. He is doing that now. Look at when you look at her now. I look at her arms, and that's where women lose weight real bad. When you could tell that they going through a little bit of something. See, she just only getting a taste of what Mel went through. And when he get really, really angry, when he get really, really angry, and he go to see her, he don't go to see her, like to do the grown up thing. He do it to hurt her, to punish her. And when he's with Sheree and and flirting with a fan on his page, and he know that this girl could see that, he don't care about her seeing that, because he don't care about her seeing him with Sheree. He do not care not one iota about what Coleslaw feel. Because look, anytime this girl, she's a drunk, allegedly, she's a drunk.
Oh, I gotta make a banner for Marie.
Well, I thought he liked it like that, Maritha. Can't we sing the song? I like it like that. That's what he likes.
No, I totally agree with you, Maritha. He doesn't like her at all.
He don't.
You, he's basically had a fall from grace, if we want to put it that way.
Absolutely.
The man in Huntsville. He was the man. Looked upon as a businessman, had these deals, assisting other people, starting businesses. We all know it was all male now, but so he's going to resent that girl forever. Do I think he love his child with her? Yes. Martell can care less about coleslaw. And I think
agree.
that's what got her basically not saying much. He's relayed this. We already saw when he told her, good luck on your journey, or whatever he said, when she put all that information out there when he was spotted with Sheree initially. He said, good luck on your future, or something like that. That was letting you know, I'm basically done. Now, he's also a man. He's also a dog. He also enjoyed what she did for him sexually. So yeah, he gonna go.
Don't forget maggot chit chat. Put a maggot in there.
Yeah, but he go ahead and quit it if she allow it. But that's about it. He resents her. This has been public ridicule, shame, all of that from this man losing his wife, and she was the willing participant for a decade. So,
and he know he can have her any kind of way he want to. If he want her hanging from the chandelier, that's what it's gonna be. And he's bored with that now. You know, when
I don't think he's bored, Maritha.
I think whenever he go back to her, and we know that he's still dipping and dabbing in that. It's for me. It just seemed like it's just something to do. Is because I know I can do it, so I'm gonna do it.
Exactly.
The Flavor Flav is not there anymore. When they were sneaking around and could hunch here, could hunch there, that was all good. But now when you could do it out in the open, it's not that good anymore. The flavor, the salt is wet, so it means it's no good. It's no earthly good.
Right. And they should have a course, Side Chick 101. That's how it is typically.
Right.
Now, has she had something going on for herself, like I've said 1,001 times, where he was able to uphold this image and all of that, Martell would be married with her. I agree 100%, Maritha. He's not thinking about her because he's trying to get with someone as Sheree or somebody else that has a little something to offer to, number one, make them look good. Number two, he need what they got. Sheree got that big, beautiful mansion. I don't care how she got it or who name it's in. She's in it. He's able to walk through there with his shoes off and all of that. Martell ain't thinking about coleslaw.
Yeah, but chit chat, what if his twin in drag is his destiny, as Cashapp Virgo Energy would state?
Oh, goodness.
Who is this twin in drag?
The peasant. El Coleslaw, El Arion Curry. What if that is who he is?
That is his twin. Believe it. We
all okay.
That. But like Maritha,
I told you he likes hitting his twin. He likes hitting himself. Allegedly, in my opinion.
The thrill is gone. Okay, we can look at Martell and Coleslaw, and we know they should be together. They got the same moral compass, which is
reading comprehension skills. Yes,
all of the above. But the thrill is gone. When she was a chase, when he was able to sneak out and run back home and all of that, he already said from the beginning she knew what was up. She said it. He told her, I'm not leaving my wife. So the thrill gone. He's lost too much. So I don't care how much alike they are. That man is on the chase to try to.
Yeah, but chit chat. What if he wants an open marriage or a hood wedding?
She'll do it.
A common law wedding.
We know she'll do it.
That's what I said. I think she knows her role. I think she knows she's supposed to be in the bedroom as a trick all day.
I told that girl when Martell was first spotted with Sheree, I've made a whole video. I may repost it. Girl, don't you stay a forever side chick. So
but allegedly that's what her mama E is.
Right.
Side chick.
Allegedly. But it's time for her, and I don't care. I'm like, who said it? Was it you, Cameron? I could care less about coleslaw, okay?
Yeah.
What she did was downright dirty, disgusting, disrespectful, all the D's, okay?
Gutter.
So she will never get any pity from me. Karma has spent the block and gonna continue until she really, really hold herself accountable.
And
Just
she's a nasty person. I forgot which
Yes,
blogger
ma'am.
said it, but she only likes pictures with her kids in them. She
I
wouldn't like a. Oh yeah.
Yes. So that shows you she got hatred for the kids as well.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you only liking pictures when Baby Knox is with Martell alone? Pictures of Baby Knox with them other kids, she not liking those pictures.
And Sheree better be careful too, because we, like Anonymous say, the narcissists, they like to tear down good women that got more than him, women that's a little bit more successful than him. He likes to tear them down. So she better be careful too.
And you know what, Cheryl?
He'll do it to her too, allegedly.
Yeah, he was successful. And this is what I think as far as this show. I think God created this show for Mel to be able to do exactly what she's done. That girl didn't get on that TV and lie. She didn't get on there and try to hide what was really going on. And I think that's who created this show, not Martell and Carlos. God created this show for her to, because Martell was successful in breaking Mel down. Look at Mel, she was much smaller. She still had it going on. Don't get me wrong, beautiful. But you could just look at her and tell, I could, that she was really defeated. She was
that was her out. This show was her out.
That's what the narcissists do, break you down.
But you know what? With Sheree, I don't, this just me. With Sheree, it's not like Mel, and Sheree a fight back. Because see, you come for Sheree played dirty too. She nasty too.
But
so
Marita,
I don't know. But
Marita,
of getting
but
with
I
all the wrong
see.
men.
I'm sorry, Coleslaw is taunting her too, because as soon as Martell got back from Atlanta one time, she on social media posting talking about that man got right out of that woman's bed and came to my door. You remember that stupid stuff?
Yeah.
And she keeps accepting.
Yes, he did. Gutter snipes. Love gutter snipes.
I think she did that again to run this woman away, because she knew she was going to run right back into Martell's trap. And she don't care about that. That's where she
don't care.
And he don't either.
Right, because she knows he'll always come back. Martell can have as many women as he wants, and she's okay with it.
Well, she already said. You remember when they went on that little excursion to, I think it was a concert. He took her to see T.I. in Atlanta, and she was all over his neck about, get you a man, about he ain't going nowhere. Where he going?
Well, we saw where he went, right to the chateau.
Right.
Well, I got a question, Chit Chat. Why is Lafifa, aka LaFisha, dressing like the peasant?
Wait a minute. Okay, go ahead.
Allegedly, in my opinion.
Oh, Latifah, Latifah.
I mean, I thought she was team wife. What happened to team wife? Now she's team peasant?
I don't know. Tisha allegedly got her body done and she want to show off her body.
Girl, she need to go get back her money.
With peasant clothes? You're not a wife anymore? What happened?
She's still a wife.
And I don't get, in my opinion,
got a little more to hold on to nowadays, it seems like.
In my opinion, I don't get Sheree. Sheree was in an abusive relationship. So why would you then go get with a man that mentally, emotionally abused his wife? And she went through that same thing with her husband. So I don't get it. And Sheree picks all the wrong kind of men for her age.
Because Martell is what was popular at the time, and they both needed the storyline.
And that's a setup from Carlos. That was set up by Carlos.
That relationship is so fake that I've never seen nothing so fake in my life. No kind of passion between them two, nothing. I don't see that passion. When you first meet a guy, you on the honeymoon stage, you want to be all over him. He all over her. I don't see that. I don't see that with Martell and Sheree. I don't see it.
They don't kiss or nothing.
They don't kiss or nothing. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Even when they in pictures, they awkwardly lean in toward each other.
Yeah, they're too awkward for me, for two people that's passionate about each other, you know. And
no date night photos.
No date night, exactly.
Now I could tell Martell will kiss Sheree, but it's only Sheree. She don't want to go that far. It's a stunt.
And why would she?
Now, would you want them lips of his on you? And after listening to everything that girl has said he done did to her, tossing her salad and all of that, would you kiss her?
Chad, unless you have a condom on those lips.
Not even then.
I'm good. That's all right. I'm good.
Somebody need to go ahead and trademark that.
And I allegedly was hearing that they break up, get back together, him and Sheree. They've been going through a little something, allegedly now.
But let me say this, Coleslaw better. She probably, Sheree probably can tell her a few things that Martell did to her too. So
that's right.
I think she's the only one that he's doing that to. Wrong answer, child. Wrong
He's doing that to many women. He's seeing other
But
women besides
Sheree is only the one we see.
Right. Yeah. He's seeing other women besides Sheree.
He's going overtime on Sheree, like I said, based off of her home, her status in Atlanta. Believe me, he putting in work. So that's why Coleslaw is quiet. You know, I hate that I remember making a video and it was titled, I think it was Ariane tongue recipient curry or whatever, because that's all she used to say. Anytime that she felt like Martell, this was after him and Mel had divorced, that he was with another woman or whatever, she made sure to come out with a PSA to tell everybody what he's doing to her. Finally, she stopped that. But that was to scare the other women away. The girl has issues mentally.
Yep. And Sheree, like I said, she better be very careful because he was with a younger, beautiful woman, 4 children. And look what he did to her. He was married to her for almost 14 years. So she can't think he won't do the same to her. He has a pattern. They're never going to change. Just because it looked like she's a better match, don't mean behind doors he not doing that narcissistic stuff that he did to Melody and everybody. Trust me, she need to sleep with one eye open. I'm telling her, because if he would do that to a woman of 4 children, 14 years. He would do it to anybody. He would do it to any woman. It doesn't matter who she is. I don't care if she got a mansion from here to Mississippi.
So
he
true.
Still do it. So I don't trust him.
I agree, Cheryl, 100%.
But at some point, he gonna get beat at his own game.
Yeah.
So, and Melody did, she did a pretty good job on because he is still trying to get back to that love bombing stage with her, but it ain't happening no time soon.
She's so over. She is so over that with Martell. To that trip to Destiny taught her. You can't be nice to this ninja. If you just give a little bit of daylight, he just gonna try to bust it wide open to get it all. He even, when he was on the trip, he even, in my opinion, was like he paid for the trip. You invite people over that you inviting the ops over. You know I don't like them. They don't like me, and you gonna invite them like you paying for this, and then you're gonna isolate me from the rest of the family when we having dinner to talk that nonsense what you talking? Man, boo. Move around.
Exactly.
You know what he did, Maritha? He snapped right back into what he was used to when he snapped back into I'm the man, what I say goes, this is how it's gonna go. And he thought that was gonna go over well in Destin, and it didn't. I saw Martell season 1 from that episode in Destin. You know, he was programmed that way. You know what I mean? And he was used to Mel allowing him to be that way. It's different now.
Do you think she allowed him, or do you think this just came about because it was a defense mechanism so people wouldn't know he was illiterate or insufficient, allegedly, in my opinion?
No, I think that she allowed him because she was hopeful, my opinion only, because she was hopeful for a marriage. And
but he was like that. The reason why I say I disagree, Chit Chat, is because Martell said the same thing to his uncle when he went to go meet him. His uncle said that he had become arrogant after he got out of football or when he got football. And that was before he even met Melody. So I'm thinking, like I said, in my opinion, allegedly, something happened when he got into sports. His ego got big. And he felt that he could conquer any woman, whether it be Melody, the men, the snorts, whatever.
Well, yeah, we're talking about two different things, though.
Yeah,
As
but I'm
far as
thinking,
in the marriage,
I
as
agree.
Yeah,
far
but
as
what I'm saying is, if you're thinking it's just she allowed him, I'm saying when you're dealing with these type of narcissistic men who have these 10 traits, allegedly, in my opinion, they
but
do
those
this with
traits
everybody.
progress. I'm sure those traits
Yeah,
progress
but Melody
as
couldn't
they
have,
were
what I'm
married.
saying is that's his personality. It has
I
nothing to
get
do with
that.
her allowing him to do it.
No, I get that. But in her marriage, as most women do, the outside looking in will never know what's going on unless you tell them. We know, a lot of us know from watching this show, none of us initially had an idea that Martell didn't have it going on. That's
Oh,
how
I get what you're saying. Yes, I think she did because Mel knew when they were
sure.
signing them papers. Mel knew Martell was dumb. She knew that in college.
Yeah, but she had to, because you have to understand, when you, let me put it this way, when you have a business or you have a family, you are a unit. Okay? Even though he's completely insufficient, she had to make him appear as if he was on her level.
That's what I said. We're saying the same thing. That's
Yeah.
allowing. Her making him appear as something that he wasn't is allowing him to have this image. She allowed a whole lot with Martell until she was tired and said enough is enough. But had she not allowed that, again, we wouldn't have been under the impression that he had something going. None of us. You can look at that man in the beginning and tell, yeah, he got some narcissistic traits. Yeah, he may be jealous of his wife, but none of us knew the full extent, and we still don't, because believe me,
Well, I think, but let's be fair. Most, in any family, marriage, relationship, you're not going to know the full extent. That's the reason why you have privacy and privileges, marital privileges, you name it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm just saying his comprehension level is my problem with him. He's so dumb. He thinks that he can continue to do dumb things and the same result will come out. That's the part where you can tell he's completely out there. He's not well.
And they say about the narcissists is that you do have to get away from them to take charge and take control from them. So to a certain degree, you can't. If nobody can use you unless you allow them to. Nobody can do anything that you don't allow.
And let me read this comment. Lies More Lies said she was in love and allowed him to appear like he was the man.
Exactly.
That's true. And she was supposed to be in love. Hey, she went in with her marriage vows through sickness and health and all of that good stuff. So she loved her husband and she allowed him, just what Lies More Lies said, to appear. For me, yes, Martell may have had a very big ego. He was a football player, he was a jock. The girls wanted him. If you look at old pictures, and I have them of him, he was more buff than the average high schoolers standing beside him and all of that. So, yeah, he went into this being who he is, but she definitely allowed him to be that way. Had she not, they would have been over probably within the first year of their marriage. So
yeah, but she didn't know love bombing. She didn't know that what he was telling her was a lie.
In the world for 13, 14 years, Anonymous. It ain't that much.
Yeah, but you make it seem like this is what I don't want you to do, and I'm going to push back here. I don't like people blaming the victim of narcissism that they allowed this.
Where are you
the aggressor is the narcissist. It's not the victim.
Anonymous, you're on a whole different topic, and I love debating with you. We're not saying that Mel was not the victim at all. We are saying that in that relationship, that girl fought for her marriage.
Of course.
For her marriage.
But you said that she allowed him to do this. That's my issue.
She allowed him to abuse her. I said she allowed him, just what that comment said, to appear like he was the man, to appear like he
was the man.
So basically,
how all these men
he
are
was
out
acting. That's why she didn't know he was acting.
Give me 1 second. In no way, shape, or form, like I said, this conversation then went totally left. In no way, shape, or form was Mel to blame for anything. and being his wife, taking those vows, she tried everything. So no, she's not to blame for anything. I'm not saying that she allowed abuse. I'm saying exactly what this comment said. She allowed him to appear like he was the man.
To be the man.
Everything else, that's
I
not.
think you basically saying in layman's terms, she submitted to him.
Yeah.
She just submitted to him.
But
Yeah,
no,
but what I'm saying
she
is
allowed him
usually in a marriage, that's what both spouses do.
No, that's what in traditional terms, that's what the woman is supposed to do.
Well, that's what I understand that, but it still says both are submit to each other, technically.
Yeah, but it also says you shouldn't cheat, and Martell did that. So
we know that. I know, but I think he put a facade up. That's what
for sure.
I agree with you, Chit Chat, that it probably stayed longer. But what I'm saying is this: I think the Martell you see now, where he's full hide, he was more Jekyll when he was with her for the first 5, 8 years.
Yeah,
he hid it.
Can I say I don't think that's the case. I think what happened was Melody knew exactly what she was dealing with, just hoping it would change, because she even said after that Mark, they almost not even celebrated the first anniversary because of the way he treated her, and that is his MO. So she knew it, and she had been trying to get out of it. And I'm not sure if she actually was in love with him. I'm pretty sure she loved him, but because of his behavior, his actions, it was she often said that she would be in her closet crying, and it was like a roller coaster ride. And if you look, I think Coleslaw said something similar to that, like, you build me up to tear me down. This man, whoever deal with him, better realize that he is going to try it because of the insecurities. He don't a lot of times they have this "I'm gonna get you before you get me" mentality, and he know his day is coming. So it's just ridiculous that you would have to deal with a person like that with four. You got 4 kids with this guy. Oh my God! Whatever she's going through, we pray for her and just God give her strength.
He don't care how good she is.
And God has, in my opinion, given her strength and will continue. And I want to make sure that we're all on the same page, because I really don't want that to be put out here. No one is saying that she allowed abuse.
Oh, no.
Well, I think you have to also be careful with the wording you use, because a woman hearing that in narcissism will think that you need to stay.
Give me 1 second, sweetie, please. I didn't use the word at all.
Wait a minute, Chit Chat. You just said she allowed it.
No, you said I said she allowed it. We weren't even talking about narcissistic abuse at that time. We were talking about her allowing him to build up this image. That was the topic.
Yeah.
So you put in and I love a healthy debate, so don't take this the wrong way. You put that in and you said Chit Chat. So you're saying that she allowed him to abuse? No, that wasn't what we were talking about. We were talking about how when we first started watching this show, how it appeared that Martell was the man, how it appeared that Martell was successful, how it appeared that Martell had it going on. Had his wife not allowed him to play that part as an actor, had she not allowed that, we wouldn't have felt that he had anything going on. That was the topic.
Well, okay, so let me get this. They were business owners in a business, Holt and Holt, right?
I do know that.
Okay, so if I'm a business owner with my spouse, and I also have to worry about my image and my brand for the business, wouldn't you allow your partner to basically look like they're on your level?
Well, see, that's what she was saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Chit Chat was saying.
Yeah, but but you're saying that. But what I'm saying is to allow. Look,
but let me say this real quick, and I don't mean to cut you off. We're talking about a young male at 22, and now we're talking about a grown male at 36. Everybody is not in the mind frame that we're in at such a young age. Some women,
That's true.
some women don't. So I'm not going to put all of that responsibility on her. Like, she should have known. She saw this because they was running business.
Right.
No, the girl was in love. She was building her businesses with her husband. She was having children with her husband, and she gave him time to cut out his nonsense. All this other stuff, this strength, her recognizing the signs, this is my opinion. Her recognizing the signs later on is what caused her to leave him. But we're not going to act like she had the mind frame at a 22-year-old.
Oh, God, she was young.
Look, I agree with you, Chit Chat, on that. I'm just saying it's a delicate balance when people from the outside looking in are saying that this is how everything's supposed to happen. This is my thing. We're just understanding narcissism. Okay? A lot of this has been, at least the psychologists and psychiatrists have been discussing it since the 1990s. Now, you and I know this has been existing since the beginning of time. Perfect example was Adolf Hitler. He was a narcissistic sociopath, literally. Okay? But because you don't know, I'm not going to be harder on somebody that doesn't know versus somebody who knows and then continues
right, but where are you getting the hard from is what I'm understanding, because you're acting like we are criticizing Mel for allowing her man to be a man and for allowing him to act like he had it going on. There was none of that. So somewhere there's a disconnect in what we were talking about.
Yeah, but I don't think there's nothing wrong with that happening. It had benefits for the business.
Absolutely. And we didn't say there was anything wrong with it. We're just saying that that's what it was. I can admit that in relationships of mine, that's what it was. Most women, especially women that's fighting for whatever it is that they have, again, people will not know. And when they don't know, that means you're allowing this man to put on this facade in a sense. Again, it's as simple. We wouldn't have known that Martell didn't have anything going on at all. But as a wife, and I respect her for that, she had hope. There's nothing wrong with having hope. Once she realized, hey, he's not going to change, he's not going to do this, he's not going to do that, she's out of there. So I think we basically saying the same thing. But like I said, there's a disconnect because I just said to, who was it? Glenda. Mel can do no wrong in my eyes. Okay? There's video of me that I've made that said I wouldn't have gave a damn if Martell walked in that house and Mel had her legs up in the air after the disrespect that she went through because of coleslaw. So don't misconstrue what we were talking about. Mel, no blame whatsoever. She did as her vow said you should do. And she fought for her marriage. Her husband was the joke. Her husband gets the blame. Period.
I agree with y'all.
And that's all I'm saying. Make sure you put it on the husband. Don't put it on
but
the
that's
victim.
what it was from the beginning. So like I said,
yeah, but I'm just telling you, don't put it on the victim.
No,
I just say don't put it on the victim.
Well, but you're saying that incorrectly, though, Anonymous, because somehow
I'm not saying it incorrectly. I say when I'm looking at the aggressor, who's the narcissist, that is the ultimate person.
Right, and where did you get that from?
But I think it's just like
that's
what was said.
I'm in Marita because I definitely want you to come.
Was she was just allowing Martell to be something that he wasn't, almost to save face.
Please, thank you.
That's what she's saying.
Look, I'm going to do the best I can to help people. She helps people. If Hotel is the one that didn't do what he's supposed to do, put it on him.
That's what we're saying. What part of that are you missing?
Can I say this, Anonymous?
I'm just saying, be careful what you're trying to blame the victim regarding narcissism. People can interpret it a little differently.
Anonymous. Let's remove the narcissistic part out of this. Where did you
How can you remove the narcissism out of it?
No, because we can. Because we get that that's a thing. We know that, and we get that that's Martell. In this conversation, in the topic that we were discussing, where did you hear me blame Mel? Because I want to clear this up with us so we can continue to have fun and do what we need to do. Where did you hear me blame Mel? I did exactly
Didn't
what
say you
Rita
blame
just said.
Mel. I said it could have been inferred if you're saying, well, she's the
No.
one covering for him. That's all I said.
What woman doesn't cover for somebody that they're in love with, that they're married to, that they're trying to keep together? Is that bad? I didn't say that she covered up abuse. I said she covered him. Now, if he's abusive, he's abusive. If he's narcissistic, he's narcissistic. But dealing with the inner workings of their marriage, she did what any woman would do. I'm not saying that the abuse part wasn't even in this. You brought that in there. We wasn't talking about abuse.
Okay, Chit, I got you. We can agree to disagree.
And
I
now,
don't agree with what you say. That's my right. Just like your right to say you don't agree with me.
Hannah, give Maritha a chance, please. Go ahead, Maritha, please.
No, what I'm saying, I understand exactly what you're saying. Being the person that Mel is and being the spiritual person that Mel is, she was trying to do things the proper way. She knew in college that Martell wasn't a smart person. And she knew when they were dissolving their businesses that Martell wasn't a smart person. She allowed, just like the person said, the appearance of being a smart person because that's her husband, and she don't want him to appear to be dumb. Yeah, they ran a company together. He did the brute part of the work. She did all the administration part of the work. She went out and got the jobs. He did the building up. She went and got these jobs. So she was allowing him to play a role that he wasn't fit to play.
That's it. And that's what was said.
Yeah.
It wasn't blaming her, calling her a victim. No, she is the victim. It is not saying that she was allowing him to treat her that way because she was working on her marriage. And when she got tired of what he was doing and going in that closet crying and losing weight and fasting and praying, and with God say go, girlfriend packed her bags and she left.
She was out of there.
Absolutely. And in my opinion, she would have continued because she said God told, sometimes you just got to move out of God's way.
Exactly.
And that's the kindness of her heart. She was trying to help, even though he was her husband, but she was still feeling sorry for him and trying to help him at the same time. He just wasn't receiving the help. But no one is saying that, that she allowed anything other than she just allowed him to take equal partnership in the business and make them both look good, basically.
Yeah. And I wasn't even talking about the business. I was talking about his image. She allowed him to uphold this image that he wasn't. I wasn't talking about abuse or business or nothing else. As far as what we and what we saw a different person than he really was. That's it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Debbie, for joining us and the Love and Marriage Huntsville historian.
Hi, ladies.
Hello. What's up, Leslie? What's going on?
Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hey.
What's going on? What do you guys think about the topic? Come rescue me. I hope my girl Anonymous ain't mad. I love a good debate.
I love you too.
It was just a misunderstanding. That's all.
Yeah.
And I agree.
That's all it was.
I agree with y'all both. You know what I'm saying? She's right. She was 22 years old. She couldn't probably know what a narcissist was or what the stuff he was doing. But then also, it's good that she do know. It's good to know signs of the narcissist. To know what they're going to do and this and that.
Experience is the best teacher.
Right.
Okay. So we all go in, and you should go in. I'm not going to say totally blind, but you should be hopeful. You know what I mean? You should want the best for your union and all of that. And you should put in the work through experience. saying
But
this.
you know, Chit Chat, just like you said, this show was a must because see, you said you've been through this. Anonymous said she's been through this. The lady was talking about her brother. There's number of women and men who are in this, and you know, for I never been through it, and God knows now. I be looking. You know,
Mm,
when a man comes sit down and talk about going to the movies, going to eat dinner, and I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at all different kinds of signs, and what Mel has done. Not only for younger women, there were some old women in situations
Mm-hmm.
like this too, and
yeah,
that has given young women to say, I don't have to go through this. I
Mhm.
love you, but I can leave you where you are because
yeah,
I don't deserve this and I'm not going to have this. And there are some older women say, I'm in this situation right now and I didn't know how I was going to get out of this.
hmm
But because I saw what this woman went through and
yes.
how she made it through, then I know I can do the same thing that
hmm
she did. Maybe not the way she did it, but I know I can find that strength. I can find my village, to help me free myself from this. So the show was a must, and Mel just was the vessel that God used to expose all of this because God knows I didn't know what a narcissist was, you
No,
know,
yeah.
Amen.
until I started hearing it on hearing Anonymous talk about it. And then, I started looking at myself and I
Me
was saying,
too.
well, damn, because, I know I got some ways. If it ain't my way, then I don't want to be bothered with you. Then I had to look at myself and say, are you one? And this show just did some good for everybody because we all know a Martell
hmm
Yes,
and we all
indeed.
know we
Mm-hmm.
and we all know a Melody.
Yep, absolutely.
So this show was necessary. And like I said, Martell was the vessel that God used to be exposed, and Melody was the vessel that God used to do the exposing.
That's right.
Right,
So
right. And
That's
we're
right. You know
right, and
what?
we're mothers, and now that we know what narcissists could possibly do, it is our job as mothers to teach it to our daughters. Listen, see the
exactly,
guy that's doing this
exactly.
and doing that and doing this and doing that. He run. Don't walk. Run. So
Well, just
it's a,
like
it's
Cameron said earlier, I think she said she's 25 and she recognized some of the traits that Martell has and compared them to her dad. I agree with you, Maritha. I knew of narcissism maybe a couple years before the show, not many at all. So I think that this has shined a light for people that didn't know what to look for, didn't know what it was that they were going through. You know what I'm saying? And it has helped. I really do thank God, really, that Mel was able to stand in her truth because we do see a lot of reality stars, even on Love and Marriage Huntsville, that's not living in their truth. And she chose to do that. And I think that God gave her this outlet for her to do that. And I think that that's why she's continued to be blessed, continue to prosper, all of that. Most women, probably myself included, wouldn't have got on this reality show and told the world everything that was going on. She was very vulnerable, very transparent,
mm-hmm.
and she's helped older women, younger women, all of that, and will for years to come. Once they hit 100 episodes, it's
Mm-hmm.
syndicated and all of that. So it's a beautiful thing.
It,
What's
it really is.
Debbie? Debbie
And
Blunt?
this is just the part that we've seen. I'm sure we haven't seen the half of what he put her through.
That's what I
I'm
keep saying.
telling you.
Imagine, just imagine, just imagine what really, really went on behind closed doors. So,
Mm,
yeah, this was an outlet from God.
yes,
Um,
it was.
Mel learned, this is what I think just from us having this discussion tonight. Naturally, she learned through experience that God told her to go. But what I think is when he greenlit this show through OWN, that was him preparing her to go. He had already said go. So what he allowed, God allowed, was her to get out here and live in her truth. And now we see the out.
Mm-hmm.
We see the out.
Well, you know what we see? We see that Martell was. I ain't gonna say.
But also, it's unfortunate.
Be nice.
What we see is Martell has always been dumb. He's been dumb all his life. And talk about well, you sure fumbled that bag. Well, he in football terms, he fumbled big time because you got a lovely wife, a beautiful family. You had a wife that was willing to do most anything for you, and you chose to do what you did. And no more I'm sorry, I don't apologize. That's so good, that's so fine. But man, y'all not separated because you keep saying, well, we've been separated for 3 years now, baby. Y'all been divorced for 3 years. Go ahead on and live your life the way you're living your life, and let this lady live her life. Y'all raise y'all children together, and let that be it. But that's in a perfect world. And the world we live in, we know it's not going to be like that because 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Martell is finna come out with some kind of bull crap pretty soon.
He pretty quiet.
I appreciate that. Can I say something for commenter 12? I know you don't know what a free society is, where you have free dialogue. What I like is the fact that Chit Chat, we can agree to disagree. I just brought my stance and she brought her stance. She has a right to do that, and I have a right to not be the collective and think, and I can think as an individual. If I felt that I had a different stance on something, I have every freaking right to do that. Now, I know you probably think the collective is the only thing. Everybody has to agree on things, but that's not how we live in a free society in America. So I just wanted to point that out to you, commenter 12.
Okay, I don't know what the numbers are for the commenter, so I didn't.
No, that's what her name is. I'm looking at it right now.
Chit Chat and I, we go at it, and we still love each other because that's what we are. We are individuals.
Look,
we have a right to agree to disagree.
I love me some anonymous.
Me
but
too.
Anonymous,
Me
you
too.
have to go through and read the comments. We were saying the same thing. And SKR, thank you for this. And this is the last on this. I thought she was talking about the comment of appearance of being the man. That's it. That's all. There's really no disagreement because I don't see how anyone can disagree with that. We were talking about the appearance of Martell being the man.
Yeah, and all I was telling you was, and I was just trying to say, you're right with some sense, but this is my thing. When you're an adult after you're age 18, Melody can't control an adult. He's an adult. He made a choice, and she made a choice. That's all. That's all I'm saying. We don't do slavery anymore. The 13th Amendment ended slavery. I don't control anybody.
Anonymous, where did you get the word control from?
No, I'm just saying in terms of allow somebody to do things where she made him or he made him.
Please don't let us revisit this.
When they're adults.
Listen, because there's really no disagreement at all.
I agree with you, Chit Chat. But if I wanted to have a stance where I just didn't like a certain thing you say, I can say it. I'm not groupthink, baby.
I didn't ask you that. Have the stance on what I said.
Right.
Correctly. What I said was she allowed him to appear like he was the man. Big man on campus. Big man in the city. Big man walking around. That's it. That's all.
And I agree with you. Right. But he did that himself. That's all I was telling you. He did that before he met her. That's all.
Good night, y'all.
Anonymous. He can't allow
himself. Chit Chat, why you have so much difficulty in saying that I can disagree with you?
No, but I don't understand.
Y'all don't disagree.
What you disagreeing with is what you say.
No, but I'm just saying, what I'm saying is, I think his personality he was like that before he met Melody. That's all I'm saying.
Like what? Because all I said was She allowed her husband, like I may allow my husband, like I may have allowed a boyfriend to appear like he was the man. To appear like he was the man. Nothing else.
You know what? That's just like going on a date with a bum, ain't got no money, but you like him anyway, and you got the money, and you give him the money. Y'all dinner is 50, maybe $70, $80. You know he ain't got no money, so
But
you
it's
just
okay,
ease your credit
That's all
card
I'm
and
telling you. You
yes.
ain't gonna make me back down and agree to your opinion. If I don't, I don't.
Yourself, though, Anonymous. You fight with yourself because you're missing the whole point. There is no disagreement because you're missing the whole point. Real quick with what Maritha just said. If I like a guy and we go out to dinner, and if I pay the whole bill, and I go back and tell my girl, he took me to dinner, girl, we did this. That's what I mean when I say allowing someone to appear like something that they're not. This wasn't
Okay, you clarified what you said. That's fine.
okay.
But I don't have to agree with it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well, I don't know what you're disagreeing with, Sugar, but
okay. Can I say I don't want to make
allow free think and free thought, baby.
I'm sorry.
Hannah. No, because Anonymous, now you just standing on being a free thinker, but think about what was said, and then let's take it from there. Think about what was actually said, and then let's take it from
Chit
there.
Chat, why is it so hard for you to allow me to have my own opinion?
What is your opinion on that?
I just told you what my opinion was. I told you that I thought he was like that before he met her.
Like
That's
what?
it.
Like what? How could he be like
arrogant and thought he was had delusions of grandeur that he was the man on campus in a marriage, you name it. That was it.
Oh, okay, well, okay. I guess we were saying the same thing. I was just talking about when the wife was introduced, but okay, it's fine. Debbie Bunton and Simply Beautiful, welcome to the conversation.
Ooh, child.
Come on in. Come rescue me. Anonymous Tam got no one tonight, okay?
I mean, no, I actually agree with you both. I agree
Me
with
too.
Anonymous that I do think that Martell had that personality before he met Mel, but I also agree with you, Chit Chat. I believe that she made him appear like the big man on campus in their marriage. I mean,
both of them.
we didn't know that Martell didn't have his builder's license. He made it seem like he did everything. Even in that meeting that they had before she dissolved all the businesses, he said, I did this, I did that, I did this, and I did that. And we looked at him like he crazy because it's like, dude, you criticized this woman and told the world she ain't build no house. But whatever you did was off the strength of her builder's license. Right. She was able to accomplish something that you weren't able to accomplish 3 different times because you failed that open book test 3 different times.
Mm-hmm. And real quickly, Simply, I want you to finish your point, but can we say this? How did we learn of him not having a builder's license? When did we learn that he said that she didn't build anything? That was after the cover had been removed. That's all.
After
all of that was
after the cover. But you want to know something? She wasn't even the one who removed she removed the cover, but it was his own friend that put it out there that he didn't have his
Chris Fletcher put it out there.
Yeah.
Chris Fletcher, the one that say people don't want to build with him because he don't even have a builder's license. Then he going around trying to find somebody to work who got the builder's license to work. So basically, he put it out there himself.
Yeah.
So,
but we had no clue in the beginning, and I'm mad at her. I'm not saying that in a negative way. I probably would have done the same thing. I'd be damned if I get on national TV and everybody know instantly this man that I'm married to, we fighting for our marriage at the time. So she thought he was still up to all his little ways. I'd be damned if I get on there and say he's a bum. So I would have done the same thing.
I would have too, but I think after catching him cheating the first time and then we separate, I leave you for 6 months, we get back together, only for me to find out that you're still cheating right before we go to film this show, I would have never protected him either. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have me out here looking like a fool after everything I've done for you.
Yeah.
I've written letters for you to the governor and to the school board so you can become a
Allegedly.
teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, Mel said that. She put that out there.
Okay.
She did. She put that out there. And here I am doing everything. Like this, like home building wasn't Mel's dream. This was him. She's literally living in her dream now that she's left him. So she sacrificed so much for him, only for him to turn around and give her his A to kiss at the end of the day.
And that's why he's where he's at now.
Absolutely.
But can I ask you a question?
Unfortunately, and I'm sorry, Cheryl, real quickly.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we know that Mel's story isn't unique. What she went through with her husband is what millions of women have went through with theirs. Is what some men have went through. It's not unique. You know, it just so happened that we were able to have a bird's eye view, because that's all we really have, a bird's eye view, since they're on reality TV. And, you know, I don't blame her. You know, it's easier said than done. I get what you're saying. Some women may leave at the first sight of something being done wrong. Some may not. You know, so there's no blame there.
No, I don't blame her. I respect her for trying to make it work. But I also respect her for putting it out there that this sorry MO is a cheating, lying, dirty peen son of a bee. Like I can't fault her for that. I'm not gonna sit up here and say she should have protected her husband. She shouldn't have. If he's not going to protect her, why should she protect him?
Yeah.
Well, we have to realize and understand as well, Mel is an empath.
Yeah.
And she never wanted to see Martell hurt. She just wanted him to get away from her. But because of all the damage he did to her and all the damage he allowed Coleslaw to do to her, that turned her cold. But she always wanted him to be okay. I never thought that she ever wanted to see him just lose everything and just go downhill. But because of everything he did to her, she took her hands off and said, okay, now let's see how you go.
Yeah.
But even still, I don't think Mel is cold, because
I don't think so either.
She's not. She's not. She still cares.
She could really take it there with him, but she won't.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
See, that's where me and Mel differ, because I'm an energy meter. So if you come at me, I'm coming directly back at you. You can't get on national television and call me no 304 and think that's going to be okay in the name of our children. I can't be the only one thinking of the kids.
That's what I said.
But unfortunately, that's usually how it goes. It's usually the mom is usually the one that thinks about the kids. And with their kids being so very small and so young, of course her natural instinct is, I have to remember the kids. Yeah. I'm sure she could have with Ham if she wanted to, but because there were 4 children that were depending on some type of stability, and you have to look at these kids came from a 2-parent household to where they were accustomed to having both parents in the household. Now their lives are being drastically changed because of a decision their dad made. Mel had to be the pillow for those kids. They had to have some sense of comfort in this situation. So she couldn't go as hard as she probably wanted to go.
And you have to
I get that. That's why I said that's where me and Mel differ.
I agree with
crazy.
Yeah.
And you know, not only the children, I believe Mel Faith would not allow her to do that either.
I
because
agree.
you could want to, trust me, I totally get that part. Be wanting to say something and then bite down crying because not because of what you done did, is because of what I can't do back to you. But then I get what It is when I try to fight my own battle, I mess it up because I can hit you and that's going to hurt you for a little minute and it's going to be a bruise that's going to go away and a couple of stitches you're going to have to get taken out in a week or two. But if I leave it in God's hand
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and just sit back and leave it alone
Mm-hmm.
and let God do what God do,
Mhm.
then you see that's what Mel is doing when it comes to Martell because oh yeah, there's a lot of things she could say, and I'm pretty sure
Absolutely.
she got the receipts to show it. But because of her relationship with God,
Mhm.
it won't allow her to do it. Oh well, okay, yeah, I'm gonna say it. It will not allow her to be like me or like the last person. Cause see, I can't say what I would have done because I've never been in that situation. But I know busting in the head to the white meat,
Mm.
that
Lord, have
kind of stuff. It ain't nothing about
Jesus.
no.
I was just
Yeah,
about
I'm violent like that sometimes.
Oh
right.
God,
Sometimes you have to use violence.
I would need
Jesus.
somebody to put some money on my commissary.
Exactly.
Yep.
Cash app. Put
Exactly.
my
And maybe accept a phone call or two every now and then when I'm feeling lonely. But long as you keeping money in that commissary, I'm good.
food. But no, like somebody in the comments says she's an empath for sure. She's also, in a way, she's not looking out for his best interest, but she
Definitely not.
still wants him to be painted in a good light for his children. She's
Right.
tried. And I think that this
I agree.
case is going to go ahead and remove that. But, I saw in her heart when he was in Destin that she was just trying to be nice, be kind. Hey, let's co-parent together. That's it. That comes from we share these kids. So let's have a peaceful life. Other than that, she's done. So I do think that she may have would have acted out in a way, like you said, if she didn't have them babies, we probably would have saw a whole different outcome. But in the end, they're tied together because of those kids forever. And that's where Martell is so dumb at. He doesn't hold her in that same regard. He doesn't think
Nope.
of her in that way. He's not going to give her that same grace. And that's why we see Mel being blessed and we see Martell still being stuck. It's just that simple.
I agree.
What?
And
Yeah, I agree.
Martell may run up on he may run into the wrong woman one day.
That's what's going to happen.
That he gonna run into the wrong woman. He gonna play with her feelings. He gonna come with that narcissistic stuff, and
Yep.
she gonna rock by him. So
I mean, he
so
may run into
It
her,
may
or he
just be
might be in
it
coleslaw.
could be
connection with her right
coleslaw.
now.
It could be coleslaw.
Yeah. Let me
Yep.
welcome
And,
Diva.
and you,
Let me welcome Diva, guys, so I can remove the banner. Diva, is this you?
Yes, it is. Hi,
All
good evening,
right.
ladies.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. And speaking of that, real quick, guys, whoever I cut off, I apologize. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but I said that if Coleslaw was ever to wake up and really look
yep.
who the blame should go to, I made a whole video. Martell, your ass gonna be in danger.
Big trouble.
Exactly.
Big trouble. Yes.
Girl, either it's gonna be Coleslaw or it's gonna be another woman where you're gonna try to use these same tactics against her, and he's gonna land himself on an episode of Snapped on
I'm telling you.
I
But
don't play that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
and I can see that because this is my opinion and allegedly. I can see her getting, I don't know what would get her to that point because he done did a whole lot, but I can see her getting to a point to where she one morning just wake up and say, this ninja been playing me for half of my life right now. And he say one thing, it don't take but one word, and she be making breakfast and he'll be wearing grits.
Thank you. Another Al Green story.
Al Green.
Yep.
Call me Al Green or whatever.
Another Al Green story.
Alice Green.
She's crazy. Her hair sticking up in the air like she look like a werewolf. Be careful, because that's when she might go off.
I agree. Miss
With a
Diva.
Hennessy bottle in her bag.
She be like that diary of a mad black woman.
Miss Diva, welcome to the panel. What are your thoughts?
Oh my Lord.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi there,
Can't
Chit
do
Chat.
Hi,
Okay.
Diva.
Hi, everybody.
Diva,
Hello.
before you start, can I say something real quick? Anonymous,
Oh, I'm here.
I
What's
love
up?
you.
Huh?
I love you.
I love you too. This is the thing. Everybody thinks because we had a little an argument, we don't love each other. We love each other.
Okay.
That's my girl, Anonymous.
We agree to disagree, baby.
You're a little too quiet. Okay. All right.
No, I was letting everybody talk, honey. I'm up here cooking. I didn't want y'all to hear me cooking.
Okay, cool.
Diva, go
You
on,
ain't
girl.
cooking no fish, are you?
Thank you. I got a bone to
Not
pick with
tuna. No tuna.
because I'm on a fish strike because of you, Anonymous.
Little fish up. Sorry.
So welcome, Diva. I know you have some words to say. What's your thoughts?
Wow. So I've been listening to a few things, and I actually kind of wanted to go a little further back in the panel discussion. Someone mentioned that they couldn't understand why so many women hated Mel, and I thought about it, and I was just kind of thinking that, sometimes there are women who get mad at you because you don't accept what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you look at those women who are, pissed off with Mel, I think it's a combination of it's really a lot of jealousy, and it's a lot of who does she think she is. And it's not that they don't admire. That's the two-edged sword there, is that they admire what she's done. Because I think that's Letitia's problem. Letitia looks at Mel, she admires Mel. I mean, because the woman is admirable. Even the ones that don't like her, you can't knock what you're looking at. The sister
I agree.
is amazing. So I think that there's a sincere admiration there. But I just know in my own family, there have been situations where, even with my own mom dealing with physical abuse from my dad at one point when I was younger. And basically members of the family on my daddy's side were like, well, what's wrong with her? Because they were dealing with that. And they didn't have anybody, to stand up for them the way my grandmother was willing to stand up for my mom and say, no, your son better not put his hands on my daughter. You see what I'm saying? So I kind of think about with a lot of these, Black women, I think that there's an admiration for Mel, but I think that there is a jealousy because they do not, or they don't have the strength to do what she did. And I think that for those who look at her, the way Mel carries herself, she carries herself in a way that would only intimidate somebody that's weak. And so you really just have a legion of weak-minded, insecure females that are intimidated by her. And whereas women, I think on this panel and myself would look at Mel and be, proud of her because we recognize ourselves. They don't see themselves. So there's nothing for me to be jealous of when I look at Mel, because as far as I'm concerned, Mel and I, we're in the same category. So I'm not intimidated by what I see. I applaud that because I'm like, this is exactly what it is. And so that just kind of stuck out to me because I had thought the same thing. So I was glad to hear it come up on this panel. Like, there are some women who viciously hate this woman. And they support him, and anybody with two eyes can look at that and see very clearly that this man is not only wrong, he is loud, strong, and wrong. But because you accepted that, and because you don't think any better of yourself, and because you didn't think enough of yourself to do something different, I'm not judging you for your choices, but you're not going to sit here and be upset with me or think I'm going to care about you being upset with me because I did something different. And I think, too, her glow up has just been astronomical. But that's what happens when God has his hands on you.
That's right.
So that's the other part. Fast forwarding, I think, to, looking at where, Martell and his whole situation is, I really, I'm on Marion where he's concerned. I feel no ways. I really am just, I feel bad for Mel, but I think that when she looks at him, I believe that she still loves him. And I think that part of her covering him is that. And I think we've all been in situations where you love a person and there is a disappointment because you see the potential and you know that that person can be better. Because I think Martell can be better. I think she's seen parts of that came out with her. But I think that, you know, a lot of what we see from her is just this disappointment. As much as she covered him, there were moments when he tried to step up, he just couldn't maintain it.
Yeah.
And I think that when we talk about how, because I have the same moments, Mr. Maritha and everybody else on the chat, when Mel is better than me, because baby, I would clown the way he acts with her, and as disrespectful as he has been. I do believe that she shows him grace, and we don't know the full extent of everything she could say. But I think it's a combination of grace for her children because that's their dad. I think it's also because she loves him, and I think she knows that for all his bravado, if she really put him out there, he wouldn't recover, and she doesn't want to see that for him. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I think there's a part of her that's also thinking about how embarrassed she would be if people knew the extent of foolishness that she went through with him, because I can tell by what she doesn't say, it was worse than what she did allow us to know. And so for that reason, I'm trying to figure out for him, realizing that this woman is covering you the way that she is. If I were you, you need to be grateful.
Yeah.
And
Still.
stop playing
Yeah.
with her.
Yeah.
Because but you know, that for me is those were my comments. I just wanted to step in and say that because I thought that was a really good question.
Yeah.
And some of these women need to stop it and step your game up. Just like her cast members. I'm
But I
sorry.
look at but I look
Now
I look
I'm on another tangent. Her cast members need to go ahead and
Real quickly, let me acknowledge this super chat. Kathy Colbert, thank you so much. Here's your commissary, QT and Maritha. I'll visit. Make sure Big Bertha braid my hair and I'll be good, okay? All right, I'm sorry. Who did I cut off?
No, I was just saying that that's the problem with the rest of of those cast members, is that they're on this fake it till you make it, and it's only so much of that you can do.
Yeah.
You know, you are spending so much time, you know, trying to fake what this woman is doing authentically every single day. And I'm disappointed, you know, in you know, just, you know, even with Stormi, I was never a fan. I never bought what she was selling. And it's not even so much just, you know, with the way she kind of came on the show. She's a hood chick. She just is. And that, you know, that's just who she is. But as a professional that she's supposed to be, when you have a brand and you have a business, there's a way you conduct yourself as a business. And when you look at that entire cast, I can tell y'all not real business people, because you have too much time to be on the internet. You got too much time to be going back and forth in comments. You also have too much time to be concerned about what other people are doing. Because other people that are sincerely and really in business, they don't have that kind of time. They do not have that kind of time. So instead of you being mad, step your game up.
That's true. That's true.
Well, you know, that is so true. And you know, I believe they really mad because they don't know how to step. They don't have a clue. They've been in business, but if you know, I know some business, they take hits. You know, this year you may be down, and at the end of the year you kind of going upward a little bit. But I honestly don't think any of these people know anything about business. I really don't.
Well,
If
you're right, Miss Maritha. They don't. But here's the thing. Anybody that is a good business person, a successful person, understands a couple of things. Number one, have the intelligence to know you don't know everything. That's number one. Number two, find the people. You need to hire your weaknesses, and you need to align yourself with people that do know. And so I can't really feel bad for them, because one thing about Mel really tried to bring them along with her. And Mel really did try to give them the game while you so busy calling her the post queen, and you don't want to go to this event and you don't want to go there. don't want to do this and you don't want to do that, and she thinks she's this and Martell is that. Instead of you spending all that time talking about them, I would have soaked up everything I needed to learn about whatever businesses. Even right now, I'm not even in Mel's line of business or whatever else. Any fool can sit up there and look at how this girl brands herself on her social media. This girl has several multi-million-dollar companies just off her. Mel don't do no other advertising outside of her Instagram. Maybe a billboard here, maybe a commercial there, but she is strategically using this show for what it's for. The rest of these idiots have, and I'm sorry, ninja mentality, trying to look like you got it and floss like you got it, but you're not really doing it. And I think because when she was married to Martell, what I think also happened, I mean, it's very clear she was covering him, but sometimes in our efforts to cover and to empower, he started to believe that.
Yeah.
And now granted, he was already an arrogant SOB, but he was arrogant for the wrong reasons. He really started to believe that he was smart because she told him he was. He started to believe he was a king because she told him he was. He started to believe he was a businessman because she told him he was. He started to actually believe that, which shows you the power of having the right woman.
Ooh, say it, Diva. Girl, you got me over here ready to shout.
Yeah, see, when you have the right woman who's a support, that's the reason why that Negro losing his mind now, because you don't have anybody pouring into you like that. See, Arion wasn't nothing but some tail, which quite frankly ain't nothing but a wet hole you can get anywhere. You get a whole mouth anywhere. And you're proving that because that's what you're doing. But what's going to be interesting is that he'll go the rest of his life. He will never have anybody who genuinely, authentically believes in him, has seen the good in him, and spoke to the God in him that he keeps ignoring.
Girl.
You know what? Everything you saying is so true, because you know what I say. This is the way I say it. Mel is crack to Martell. That first hit, and I can speak on it because I'm a recovering addict. That first hit, you never get it again. I don't care if you spend $1 million, you never get that first. That first hit is the best. So with Mel, he's searching for someone like Mel. He's never gonna find anybody else like Mel, because
he won't.
Because he's not Sheree. Well, Sheree, no, because Sheree is pretty much like he is, and we're not going to even say his baby mama, and whoever else he finds, they're not going to be. Nobody can stand in the shoes that Mel has stood in. So that high that he's looking for, he's never going to get it again.
Somebody got some feedback, but Maritha, I totally agree with you. I've even said before that they experienced too many of their firsts together. First business, first home, first child, first this. No one will be able to feel that. And like Diva said, the way that she poured into him, it was really belief. You know what I mean?
That's all it was.
She had faith in him. Cheered him on. Somebody has some feedback. She just poured that hope into him, and he not only fumbled everything. Forget the bag. You know what I mean? You had somebody like that believed in you, for you, saw the best in you, covered you, and you still didn't stop. And was that you that said it, Diva? Not only did he started believing in himself.
He did.
She looked so good, he started believing in himself. Real quick, Diva, before you start, let me just acknowledge this super chat. Marilyn Demise. Ooh, Maritha, we got more commissary.
Girl, we gonna be eating good.
Thank you.
They just gonna let me starve in jail.
Poor Simply.
I'm gonna be on some. I'm gonna be on some Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That man gonna become Charles.
I'll feed you.
All three of us, we good. We got 25. Oh wait, we got 25 on our books. Eve, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. We got 25 on our commissary book, y'all.
But Mel did something for him that he never has done for her. He's never built her up and he's never encouraged her. And he never did that for her. I've never seen him say anything good towards Mel. Oh yeah, she's this. Oh, she's a good businesswoman. She got a brilliant mind. He never did that for her. Not that she needed it because everybody saw it. But see, Martell had everybody fooled. He had the Scots fooled. He had us fooled until until we finally saw that, this woman got to get him money to pay the light bill so the children allegedly don't be in the dark. This woman got to get this man money to take the kids out because he don't have the money.
Or he always gives backhanded compliments, like that video when he was telling everybody, like, oh, she paid for me to go to school. And then he had to turn around and say, but she ain't have much money, though. Like, you couldn't just give her a compliment and say, like,
and just leave it there.
Like, she clearly had more than him.
Yeah. She sure did.
But like Anonymous
can you imagine, Mel is a good woman to do that for him, first of all. Yeah, but can you imagine how tiring that is to stroke a man's ego like that and put up with all his shenanigans?
Yeah.
Now, to me, I'm this type of woman. If a man look better going than he do coming, deuces.
but you remember that was part of his issue with
I'm not
Dr.
putting up with
Francis.
it. I'm not doing none of that.
How did his mother and his grandmother raised him?
They did him a disservice.
Whoever raised him, he half raised.
Yeah.
That's what you got to see about him. He's half raised.
And no matter who Martell get with, he's not going to treat them right. Let's hypothetically say he met somebody like Mel, which I know he won't. He's still going to tear her down. Anybody that's better than Martell, he's going to tear them down. She's going to come in it a good woman, and she's going to leave out battered and just depressed.
Broken.
His job is to tear the good woman down. The bad women he don't care about. They don't have no self-esteem anyway. But his job is to tear down the good woman, the woman that's good, the woman that has good traits. His job is to tear her down to his level, to bring her down to his level. So no matter who he get with, even a good woman, he's going to tear her down. He's going to tear her down till there's nothing left. He's going to steal. He's going to cheat on her. He's going to do it. That's his DNA.
That's his character.
Yeah.
That's his DNA.
You can tell that, as he go on his parade of I'm a great dad, he was so hell-bent on tearing down Mel.
Yeah.
He didn't care what he did to her. If he mentally broke her, he didn't care about his kids enough to stop.
Because they're unhappy people, and the only way to make them feel good about themselves is to tear you down.
Yeah.
Why he does what he does. Martell is 100,000% narcissist. That's what Anonymous is saying also. This man, this is who he is. This is his DNA. I don't care who he get with. He's going to do it to Sheree. He's going to do it to any woman that come in his path.
We saw what
but ladies, can we also admit something here that this I love my kids is a whole bunch of BS?
I admit
I get so sick and tired of people because here's the thing. During COVID, even before, even if you didn't care enough about your wife, I think that Martell does not love anybody more than he loves himself.
No, he don't.
Absolutely.
Nobody comes before him, okay, in his mind.
Yeah.
And so how I know you don't love these kids, it wasn't even because you cheated during COVID. I know you don't love these kids because you complained about having to watch them. I know you don't love these kids because you complained about having to cook dinner for them. I know you don't love these kids because you were the one sitting up there not even going to work for real. Let's keep it a buck. Those businesses that they had together, they started off. He and Mel were both out there pushing that lawnmower. And even then, when she was the one who brought the property preservation to
Oh
him,
God, where did she
no
go?
dumb behind could come up with was pushing a lawnmower and charging $35. But she was able to go and meet some people in property preservation, learn the game of actually doing that so that you could expand and become a millionaire the first time. And even then, you could not be found. You couldn't even push the lawnmower right. You couldn't even go to the properties and do the inspection right. She was looking for you even then. So when you start talking about these children and how what a great dad you are, you have never been a good dad. You never loved those kids. What you are is a person who puts on the appearance of everything about you is an appearance. You have the appearance of a good husband until your cover was blown. You have the appearance of a good father until your cover was blown. You have the appearance of a good man until your cover was blown. You had the appearance of a good businessman until your cover was blown. You literally go through your life pretending. And at this point, you can no longer pretend because the real you has come to the building. And what's going to be sad is when those kids get older, because I think they can see it now, but they don't see it the way they're going to see it. Because you know what's about to happen? You about to choose all these broads over your kids. He playing that game right now because that's what keeps him connected to Mel, and that's
he
what
already had when he walked away from his family.
Right. And at that point, when you do that, most men that do that in these types of divorces and situations, it's about control. It's never about those kids.
Absolutely.
You have a small smidge of people of men who are genuinely dedicated fathers who want to be in their kids' life, but overwhelmingly, men decide when they are separated from the wife, they're going to do one out of two things. And usually the first thing they're going to try to do is get custody because they don't want to pay child support. But then when they realize that ain't going to happen, then the next thing is they leave the kids completely alone.
Right.
Or they find
Real
them a
quickly,
girl.
guys, real quickly.
Or they find them. Oh,
give me 1 second. What you just said is the exact same thing that Cameron said earlier that happened in her case. Same exact thing. We all know that the reason why Martell is going after these kids is because of the support and control. He wants child support, financial support, and control. And then if God grants Mel full custody, I do believe, I agree with you, Diva and Cameron, that he's going to say, he loves his kids, I guess, in his own little way, but I don't think they're going to be as important as he's trying to make this fatherhood role is.
or he's gonna do one more thing, and that's get a girlfriend or a wife to take care of them for him.
That I was just about to say, not only that though, but here's the other part too, guys, that I just thought about where we know he doesn't really care about these children. You and Mel had an agreement to have those children 1 week on and 1 week off, and you didn't even keep up with that. And to your point just now, I don't know which sister was talking, but every time he's had those kids, it was always with his mama. Every single time, because he was living with his mama during that time. So if he didn't have his mama to help him with those children, he wasn't going to get those kids, because Mel talked about that. You don't even come get them when you're supposed to.
And let's add in the fact that the only reason that the kid that he wants full custody is because he claims Mel had them around 25 people. Whole time there's a picture of him having dinner with the kids in Charade. Like,
what? Yeah, but you know what? But you know, he's mad because Mel can afford those types of home care services, because on the show when they had Sugar Mama, he wanted to get a nanny then. So basically what he's doing, he's trying to make it as hard as possible. See, this is what happens when people realize that one monkey don't stop a show. He really felt like if she and I, whatever he was contributing, he felt like when they separated, Mel was not going to be able to take care of those 4 kids. Because let's not act like 4 kids is a small feat. I don't have any children. 1 child would tear me out. 4 would tear me up. Okay?
But I think he knew that's why he didn't want to dissolve her Embrace Beauty brand.
Well, see,
he wanted money from that.
He resents the fact, though, that Mel has not stopped, and he really felt like, okay, she's not going to have any support around her. So the fact that she literally, and even when he pulls his stunts by not picking those kids up, and that's another reason why he does that. He doesn't pick those kids up when he's supposed to make it harder for her. But because she knows who she's dealing with, and she's a smart woman, she's already made a contingency plan. So if you don't get them, somebody else got them. Ain't nothing stopping over here. I'm doing what I'm going to do. And that's why he's mad. He doesn't care about 25 people watching his kids, because when it was him, he didn't mind having a nanny come in there and watch Sugar Mama so she'd sleep in the bed with him.
But how can Martell think he's going to get?
Well, what you're saying, Diva, is he wants control.
Yeah.
He wants control of Melody.
He still wants control, but I will say this: there's a level of vitriol in that, because not only does he want control of Mel, he does not want. He already saw where Mel was going. And the thing is, and this is what is actually really sad, I think, for both of them. Mel came on this show saying to herself, this is my big break. Yes, my big break. But this is my big break. My husband and I are going to this. My husband and I are going to do that. She had him in mind. Okay? And he understood that this woman's was going to be somebody to be reckoned with. She has greatness on her. And the whole plan was for him to go. The only reason he ain't going is because of him. He could have gone had he acted like he had some sense. So I think even as he does that, he's trying to stop what God has already ordained. And that's why he's shooting and basically shooting himself in the foot and fighting the air. You didn't went up against the wrong one, because you think you fighting her, but you're not.
Amen.
Did y'all see that?
It never was a fight against her.
It was never a fight against her. Absolutely. So everything he's doing to stop, he's doing what little bit God allows him to do to annoy her, but you're not stopping nothing over here.
And God,
even to this court case. I don't know what court he thinks is going to allow him to have custody of those children with just the facts we see online. So it's absolutely crazy.
it's a total waste of time, because she wasn't even fighting for custody at all. We know initially they didn't even do anything through the courts. What you just mentioned, Diva, at one point they had it where she had the kids for 2 weeks. He had her 2 weeks started turning into 3 weeks.
Right, but when you think about it, QT.
One second. They were trying to do it. I'll say Mel was trying to do it. Hey, let's not even involve these people in our business. Then Martell started talking about these babysitters. Then Martell said he didn't want her to move to Atlanta and all of that. And then Martell filed for this for custody of those kids. It shouldn't even be allowed, if you ask me. Because like you just said, we see what's going on just on social media. Imagine what's going on behind closed doors.
But the other part is that with the reason she was able to rebound the way she did too is, again, let's keep it a buck. She was the primary parent anyway. He likes to tell that lie like he was the dominant
all the time.
But you weren't. It was always Mel. So all Mel did was literally expand her village. That's all she did. She just she didn't have him to depend on anymore when she could call on him to do a few things that he did out of obligation. But no, she was always the dominant parent. You can still see that now.
And let us not forget that village was expanded not by her choice. This was all because of him.
Because of him. Thank you.
So they had their little things set in place. Hey, we going out of town, take the kids to grandma's house. Either Grandma Van or Grandma Marlene. They had their little village in place. Martell is the reason why this girl has had to map out other avenues to continue on with her dreams, her passion, provide for her kids, build a legacy for them, secure their future. This is all because of him. And he has the nerves to be in court fighting for full custody of something that happened because of him.
All I can say is I hope she gets sanctions for the frivolity of these lawsuits. Because
where's he getting the money from for the lawyers? Doesn't he live
Carlos
with
Queen, allegedly?
You think
Don't he live with his mom?
He represents himself.
You know what? I asked the same question too. Because you know what? If I was a judge, I'd just get sick of this. Like, really. I would get so sick of this.
But don't he live with his mother?
I'm not sure, but do we know that he has an attorney of record? Because we just know it's a lawsuit, but one of his attorneys already, I think, did a motion to withdraw and quit. So
he ain't got no lawyer.
He may not have a lawyer. He just may still have.
I heard.
Now he can represent himself pro se.
Yeah, you're right. He can.
That's what I'm saying. If someone is paying for it, I mean, one of his fraternity brothers may be stepping in.
You know who his lawyer is? His lawyer
Tisha?
is Bob, Sheree ex-husband. Bob is Phaedra, because she lost.
Did y'all hear that Tisha is the character witness of Martell? They just put out the info today.
I just read that.
Tisha, Dusty Destiny, or Horizontal Blowfist, allegedly. I'm wondering if Stormi is his character witness as well.
Oh, maybe.
A character.
Who knows? Allegedly.
You know, if that's true, that is totally messed up.
You know, if that's true, that just proves to me that, clearly online degrees have no credibility. That girl is dumber than I thought. Ain't no way in hell I will put my name and my good reputation on
I know that's right.
But how is Martell going to explain to the judge, allegedly, why he hacked, why did he hack Melody's phone? Because she put a police report in. It's going to come up.
Hold on, that's a criminal matter. But how long has this custody, this modification been occurring?
I don't know.
At least a year.
Has it been a year?
At least a year, probably.
So.
Okay. Usually they could take, if it's a garden ad litem, it could be a year to 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
It could be.
I think what's prolonged.
But will that come up?
Discovery.
Anonymous, that he hacked her phone. She put a police report in. Wouldn't that come up?
It's what I'm saying is there's procedural things where if they're still doing discovery, Melody's attorney, especially with what happened at this last reunion, I'd be doing some more discovery.
Right, because she got footage of him coming to the kid's birthday party going 8.
Correct. And that has to be subpoenaed. They might actually have some witnesses that they're doing discovery with.
Right.
But again, if even the guardian ad litem, if there's one appointed, they're going to do a little bit more research. I'm just curious, is he doing his therapy?
No. And
that's what I'm curious about.
She should set herself up, because if you're there to speak to Martell's character, if I was Mel's lawyer, I would take her on cross and I would ask her about his character when he threatened to kill her husband and then attacked him at event on television. Both were captured on television. See, I would impeach her real quick and get her on up out my face.
And that's a legend, because I doubt Marceau gonna allow her to do that. Marceau, you know how Marceau is. Stay out of it. So and so. Because that's gonna kind of implicate him, because he was the one helping Martell cheat in the first place. So he's gonna be like, let's stay out of it. Stay out of it.
Cheryl, this is the thing. You know they have that other pending legal action that's happening against him.
Yeah.
Any discovery that case might implicate them in this one. So it's a hot mess.
He's gonna say, stay out of it. We already got a $5-something million lawsuit. Stay out of it.
Well, with his penguin-looking outfit, where he looked like he needed girdles on both his breasts as well as his knees, I think he should stay out, allegedly, in my opinion.
You're wrong.
I didn't know you could be a penguin as well as legs, hips, and breasts. Is that possible, Chit Chat? Is that possible?
That's what it is.
I don't know about no penguin, but I know he got Tim Norton. What Tim was Sweetie Pie shape? He got that body. He got Tim body. Because I looked at
and the breastises.
Yeah, he got them breastises and them hips.
Breastises.
I mean, this is my thing. What is it with men that look like hermaphrodites? They think they're God. Can you explain that to me?
They think
they have both Adam and Eve in their body. Is that what it is, allegedly?
I don't know what it is, anonymous. I think that's just a cover. They know they bad bodies, so this I don't know.
But Latifah loves it. She loves her man. She thinks everybody wants him. Do you
Oh,
want him,
Yeah.
Diva? Do you want him, Chit Chat?
no, no, ma'am.
I
Not
mean,
at
I
all.
would be scared of having breasts hit my face while I'm having sex
And
with
you know
him,
what?
allegedly.
They tore him up. They tore him up on social media, Facebook, Twitter. You know, he had a big problem with Rihanna and her
Ooh, he never should have.
Oh Lord, I know them. I know they got
He
him.
never should have said anything.
And Rihanna has a figure. She actually has a bra that
Thank
fits
you.
her.
Well, you know,
What does he have?
he was talking about the Super Bowl performance, and he wasn't pleased. People went off. They said just because you look like you pregnant, no,
Thank
she was
you.
actually pregnant, and
Honey, she was pregnant. She wasn't going to drop it low and do work down there and have the baby on it
that's
while flying in the sky. I wouldn't do that either.
yeah, that's what he wanted, and they tore his butt up. I meant to make a
Mm.
video on it, but you know, it takes a lot for me for some
He
of them.
did.
You
He
know,
did that to get Rihanna's attention. He thought she was gonna send him some of that Fenty, them beautiful pajamas she made.
He
That's
thought
why he
wrong. He
did
thought
that.
wrong. He thought
He
wrong.
did to get her attention. And nobody want Marcel but
Oh God.
Marceau but Tisha.
he
And
would
he
never.
needs to sit down somewhere. How
Yeah.
he gonna get up there and say something about somebody and he got a lawsuit? Why is he concentrating on that instead of getting in Rihanna's business?
And
She
Rihanna.
got plenty of money. She not looking checking for him.
But
And
Rihanna's
Rihanna.
baby is gorgeous. I just want to let you
Oh,
know.
so
He's
Yes,
cute. I
gorgeous.
love him. He's so cute.
goodness. Yes, he is
And unlike
beautiful.
her, she ain't like Stormi with bands of money in her hand dancing. I'm rich. I'm a millionaire. You don't hear nothing from Rihanna that I'm a billionaire. I'm a billionaire. She says nothing. She just make her money. That's it. Unlike
But
Stormi.
That's what she's supposed to do.
that's what people with money. I mean, money like Rihanna, money like B, money like Nicki, money like people like they don't.
They don't
Oh, they
act
don't
like that.
do that.
They don't
They
do all
don't
that.
do that.
And she's a
I
billion.
mean, and see, and that's where Stormy, her insecurity. She don't know how to handle the life that she's living. She don't know how to handle that, and she really don't need to be on reality TV because when this season start, and from what she's doing now, sweetheart, if you can't handle what they're saying about you now, and if you're going to continue on this little journey that you're on, me and Mel, yeah, I guess you could say we're associates. You gonna get ate up.
How do you get a double F rating in Better Business Bureau allegedly?
Well, y'all, I think we have
I
to
don't
be
know.
fair. There's some people who, you know, because I think that may have given her that rating because of how she has recently done business or because they don't like her and they might be fans of Belle or some other people. But I think that what's going to be interesting with Stormy and where I look at her and give her the side eye and the gas face is that you're not a professional, period.
Definitely.
That part.
Definitely
That
not.
that's
One
just it.
second,
You're
give me
not a.
one
You're
second,
not.
guys. What,
You're not.
Diva,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Exquisite. Please do not put that type of information in the chat. We know that um, financial institutions or whatever that's being said about these alleged witnesses at Mill and Martell's court hearings, their court hearings are closed. So if you guys could not put that in the chat, I would appreciate it. Gotta protect the channel. I'm sorry, Diva. Go ahead.
No. I was just saying. I think that that's the issue with with Stormy is that she's just not professional. There's some other and it like I look at what's her name, Big Booty Judy, and her brand,
Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope. And she making millions. Whew.
and they are both. And I'm just I mean no harm when I say this, but these are two hood chicks that got it out the mud and now right, okay. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I've noticed that Super Sin, who I love, absolutely love, but she's kind of rounded out her rough edges a little bit because at one point I was like, Super, now come on.
Super Scent, yeah.
Yeah, but I've noticed that and I think that comes with maturity, and I think that also comes with when you get to a certain level of wealth and you start getting in certain rooms, and you start meeting certain people and making certain deals, then you're going to have to come off professional. You can still be authentic to who you are and be a professional. Stormi is not a professional. Because even with that, even with the backlash she's getting on social media, the fact that your mama is so hoodnificent that she's getting out here and getting in the middle of some stuff. I'm not trying to be funny. I would disassociate myself from that. You know something? My mom has her own opinions and we don't share them. And that has no reflection on my business or my brand.
Yep.
That's all she got to say.
But Stormi didn't help her matters either when she made that post about F the customers and all that she said about people.
Thank you.
That killed it right there. That killed it right there.
And you're absolutely
you can't tell people that and they spending their money with you. Because I know I'm not ever gonna buy anything from her.
But you also have to be professional. This is the same situation that celebrities, that politicians. There is a way to assert your displeasure about something without being a gutter snipe. And she just doesn't know how to do it. Same thing with Destiny. Destiny, the same situation. Ma'am, you got a whole closed business. Do you not think that would not have been my storyline for the show? I'd have been like, look, COVID hit. We all understand what it's hitting for. I had to take out these PPP loans. I would talk about my struggle with that and with my divorce. Do you not realize the sympathy and empathy she would garner? She could probably reopen her business and do the same thing that Mel is doing right now, e-commerce. See, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all so busy being messy, being ugly. You're missing your opportunities right there.
Mm-hmm. Destiny too lazy.
You took it right out of my thoughts. Destiny lazy, Martell lazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Nope, she gonna do none of that. She too lazy for that.
They're all lazy. And what's gonna be interesting is when this show is over, the only one that's going to be standing past this show that we gonna know about is going to be Melody Cherie.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait to see what she's going to be doing past this show, because we already know this show is a step in its means to an end. She's going to other places, but it's going to be so interesting that they're not even going to be where they were when this show started. You're going to be worse off.
Yeah. Because Mel is doing exactly what she's supposed to do with this platform.
And honestly, that's
everything correct.
That's why I like Cardi B. Now granted, there's some things about her I could take a leave, but when it came down to reality television, she used it the way she was supposed to. Kandi Burruss, same situation. Kandi, I didn't know who Kandi was. Yes, I was a fan of Escape, but I wasn't a big fan like that. I had an idea of who she was. But Kandi has literally used her platform on reality TV to make her a multi-millionaire, multi-generational millionaire. And so they're sitting up here spending all y'all's time being mad at this woman who is literally doing everything that she said she was going to do while you sit there and do nothing.
And a lot of people dragging them also because you see celebrities when they accept an award, they thank the people that helped them get there.
Yeah.
They don't thank the person that helped them get there. Melody helped these people get wherever they at. Melody helped them. She opened the door for these people, and they showed no thanks for everything she's done. They would never know Stormi if she didn't let her on this platform, Love and Marriage platform. So that's the problem I have with all of them. This really opened doors for you. You know?
Yeah, a lot of people say that they heard of Canvas Beauty before. I didn't
either.
I didn't know anything about it at all.
I didn't know nothing until she came on the show. Then that's how I found out about it.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't thank the person that helped them get there. That's the problem I have with you. Don't forget where you come from, because you may not make it where you're going.
And we see with the Scots.
Marita, 1 second. Guys, please in the chat, do not mention a witness list for this court. Thank you, Big Body Benz, for the super chat.
Big Body Benz.
Can you block them?
I have to remove the message, but thank you for the super chat for exquisite. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Audrey Clark. It's a couple people I keep hiding you guys' comments. If it's on Ebony's page, please go comment over there. Do not put anything of, something that they can come back to this channel and say misinformation was said as far as court proceedings and all of that. It could really put my channel in jeopardy. So if you guys could please refrain, that would be great. And I'm sorry.
I mean, how are these people even putting that? Who's doing that on purpose? You think it's some of your haters, Chit Chat?
I don't know. I'm just going to block from now on if I see any, and I didn't want to. Some of these people I've seen before.
Yeah, because it's a private thing. We don't know. I mean, the only thing we know is if it's public, but we don't know anything regarding.
I was going to say, I think some people have hopped on and they see the thread, so they're responding and they did not hear Chit Chat.
Didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. But But Chit Chat, can I say a very generic statement about that? Not speaking to that specifically, but witness lists are not necessarily indicative of people volunteering. Sometimes this is a list of people that can be subpoenaed, so that doesn't always mean.
I understand that, but anything regarding that,
that wasn't for you. No, that wasn't for you. I was saying.
Okay. Yeah, and and I know it could very well be legal to have information said and all of that, based on what's going on with YouTube within the past weeks.
YouTube getting crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to steer clear of that. But yeah, for sure.
I got you. But I kind of feel like I would love to see them all really. They have things, but I guess Miss Maritha and someone else who said it earlier, they're just not smart. They don't know what they're doing. So
I mean, look. Not only do the Scotts have lawsuits, but remember, Tisha got money. She need to be work those degrees that she has. She need to be working those degrees, because when you borrow allegedly $990,000, and if this show is over, honey, you got to build more than one hotel to reap that money back that you have borrowed to build a house that ain't gonna never be.
Well, maybe she's building puppets.
Well, maybe so. Well, she better put them on Amazon or Pinterest or somewhere and start selling them.
She was more comfortable with the puppets than building or even wearing Melody's heels to look like she's 5'8".
2050 built.
I'm just telling you. I mean,
Well, God, you know what? Just God bless. But God, in the South, when we say, well, God bless your little heart. Bless your little heart. So I'm just gonna say, bless her little heart. That's not we're not saying it sweetly. We just saying, well, bless your little heart, you little dummy.
I'm saying it for her, Latifah, my sorority sister. You was in a disgrace to our sorority with those puppets, allegedly, in my opinion.
While she over there making puppets, she need to be cleaning. She could be cleaning the house too.
That part, Debbie.
Exactly.
Get that broom and mop and go to work. Learn what that's for.
I agree. Now, Pretty Girl 6, did you have anything that you were going to say? Pretty Girl? Are you still there?
Oh, I already said it already.
Oh,
okay. See, Chit Chat, you got to fight. You got us laughing. You got us crying. You got us everything. Diva's up here preaching. You got everything today.
Child, tonight.
And tell Stormi to kiss your tail on behalf of Anonymous.
Girl, I ain't thinking about Stormi. Stormi got me blocked, and I can see her page right now from 5 devices. It's like, girl.
Now, how bright is she?
Right, don't waste your energy, Stormi. I get it, but like I said, I was nice to her. I thought I didn't say anything bad.
And you didn't, and whatever what you did say, it wasn't hostile. You didn't degrade her or anything like that. When you are in your feelings and you be feeling some type of way all the time, you might not need to read what people are saying, because if that's what you're going to spend your time doing, sitting there reading comments from people and then responding to something, because see, some people got all day to go backwards and forth with you. Some people got time like that. And they will hurt your feelings. And her feelings are hurt. Even though she says she got this skin like a hippopotamus, this tough skin, her feelings are hurt.
Why does
And
she
it's
have a
okay.
hippopotamus skin?
Guys,
Cause
I
it's tough.
Oh,
have
okay.
I
I thought
It's tough.
hippopotamus skin wasn't tough. I thought turtles' shells
No,
were tough.
their skin. If you touch it, I mean, go to the zoo and touch one. Go to Busch Garden in Tampa and get their skin is tough. You know, it's just tough.
well,
And if her skin is tough, what anybody say wouldn't bother her.
give me 1 second, guys. I must. It's an absolute must for me to acknowledge this $50 super chat. Thank you so much, Kim Bella. Thank you. Now let me read what she said. She put Stormi didn't just know what happened to my comment. Stormi didn't just show us how she wasn't true, real to Mel. Remember a while back when Stormi business page liked coleslaw posts, sure do.
Yep.
She came to the defense, and said it was someone that was running her page. But that post from the other day, I'm sorry, guys, but that post from the other day was posted by Stormi. You are absolutely right, Kimbella. And Coleslaw said initially that there was a little more going on as far as that friendship with her and Stormi. I believe Coleslaw. I really do. But Stormi did, and we have the receipts of that, of her name of the company being on Coleslaw's post. And she did come out and say that someone else is running her page. She had no control over that. A lie. But thank you again, Kimbella. I really appreciate it.
Well, if her skin is so tough, she need to get in that warehouse and get them people products out, or give them their money back. If you don't want to work and ship the products out, give them people their money back.
I think
First,
they're
she
jealous
need to
of
pay the
Chit
people
Chat.
that's working for her so she could get those people orders out.
I think she's jealous of Chit Chat getting lovely Melody Cherie, Marcus, and also DJ Richie Sky as her promo before she does her thing.
My intro.
Yes, here you go. That's what it is.
Right. You
Mystical.
guys know that they didn't say that like for a video, but they mentioned me and I just did my little clips or whatever. I got a couple more I could add actually.
Like I said,
but
they're jealous. You have the light on you, Chit Chat.
Oh, thank you, Anonymous.
Chit Chat, did you see a picture today?
So you know the demons are coming to attack.
Did y'all see a picture of Coleslaw in her house, and Martella's in the bedrooms laying under the covers?
I saw that.
You saw that?
I saw that.
I saw that. I saw that.
Okay.
I think that was an older picture, like
I don't know I don't know how new it was or old it was, but I seen the picture today.
It's the same one now. I don't know. The one that I saw from back in the day, he was like
he's under the cover.
He was under the cover. Yep. Mm-hmm. And
they were doing groceries before they took the picture.
No,
I think that's an old photograph that from a while ago, but some influencer did I think a video about it. But it's an old.
Okay, so that is the same picture. Yeah, she had her little mirror and all that.
She put that on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
She put that on,
She's dirty, boy. She is dirty.
And you could see that green rash on his stomach. She enough went to the She should have cleaned her bedroom before she put that on YouTube. Shoes and all up there hanging around.
He in bed.
The women, they're not orderly. They're not orderly.
And he in bed covered up on the phone, more like probably calling Melody, saying he in the gym or some crap.
Oh, was he on the phone? See, I thought he was asleep.
Yeah, he was laying in bed talking on the phone.
Sessions. Oh, really?
Yeah, he was laying there talking on the phone. I said, yeah, he calling Melody to say he in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he in the gym, all right.
Yeah, that's some gym.
I don't see how he rested well in that bed disarray, house disarray. What these women's doing all day? Get up and clean your house. You getting on TV and YouTube showing all this mess.
Right.
And not only that, your child lives in the house with you, and that little girl done heard some things.
Lord.
That little girl done heard some things, and she done seen some things, and she talked
it'll kind of talk in front of the little girl, but by her taking that picture, that let me know just what type of mom she is.
And put it on
You
YouTube.
know, and then put it out there on YouTube. See, nobody is thinking about, neither her or Martell are thinking about the children,
Right.
because children can be so cruel. They could be so mean. And then, we talking about this show, and and parents, children now get phones and they could Google stuff and they could pull up stuff, and they're not thinking about that little girl. That little girl done seen she done heard some things with Martell and her mama.
She ain't thinking about the boy either. Forget the girl too.
I'm telling you, exactly.
Well, see, he too little to know what's going on.
Nah, I don't know. He knows how to hit people.
Yep.
When you think
Yeah,
about
you know how to hit real. He be knocking upside her
He
head.
know how to he know how to hit her.
And he called her a bitch.
But she really is a poor representation for her daughter. It's so sad to not even, it seemed like, have a care in the world of what this child may face once she gets in junior high, high school, other kids that know of her. You know what I'm saying? Know of her mom and all of that. When they have access to the internet, it seems like she just does not care at all about anyone other than herself. She's a narcissist, just like Martell.
she does.
And if I was Melody, I would never want him around after seeing that. I mean, that's just terrible. And like you say, the kids gonna see this one day when they get in high school. He laying up there with he just so damn dumb.
Now, Debbie, we talked about this on the Silver. Why he does this?
And yeah, you know what, Debbie, I can understand the frustration, because when you look at it and just say, "Damn, you dumb! Why you so dumb?" It makes you like, I can't believe that this man is actually that dumb.
Wait,
and that's what I did. I couldn't believe it. Damn, me dumb.
Talking about the privates, because that's what I thought Debbie was gonna say. And Maritha, did you say you look at it and it looked good?
No, I'm talking about, I saw the picture. No, I don't look that hard to see about no green fungus or anything like that.
But it's nothing there as far, he wears little bitty shorts, and when he's working out and stuff, you can't help but to. Come on, guys.
But you don't see nothing.
In that bed, the way she got that cover, you could see that green rash and fungus. Now I seen it. He laying right up there for you to see it.
Okay.
That's terrible. That's just terrible. Sometimes you need to stay in the bedroom.
Yeah, Debbie, but I'm talking about the male organ. It seems like it's non-existent.
That's what I'm saying. I love men with gray sweatpants.
Now I don't want to see nothing else. I saw all of that. I was done.
Okay.
I don't want to see nothing what he got downstairs.
Well, don't look like he got nothing down there, because
that's what I'm talking about.
I don't want to see what he got upstairs.
Who wants something they gotta look for?
I want to see what he got upstairs.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, guys, let me add Jay up. And Jay, we have about 10 more minutes. We are approaching 4 hours. It's my limit. My limit is 3 hours and 30 minutes, but about 10 more minutes. Is this you, Jay?
It is.
Hi, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Chit Chat. Hi, panel.
Hi.
I came on to talk about the picture that was posted with Coleslaw and Martell. The reason why she put that on her YouTube was because Coleslaw had did a live recently saying that bloggers make stuff up about her and they are obsessed with her and obsessed with lying on her. So she posted that picture to say she's the one that puts her business out there. She's the one that puts all her information on YouTube and social media. So the bloggers blog about things that she says about herself. So she posted the picture to show that she's been doing it for a while. You put your business out there. So if you're going to put it out there, people are going to talk about it.
Okay, so somebody reposted it. So this is the same picture from you.
Right. But it's based off of her making her live like I think last week or maybe at the end of last week saying, oh, the bloggers love to lie and talk about my life and say stuff that ain't true and blah 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 blah. But she puts her business out there for people to talk about.
She sure does and has from day one, basically.
From day one.
Right.
She's been on one of the biggest bloggers, Tasha K. That's how it all really started.
Yes,
But
yes.
the truth be told, and I still remember it. It was on a Saturday morning, and I was listening to YouTube, and this girl was talking. She was mad. She was mad, and I think it was with Funky Dineva. She went off because he was saying something. He was asking her all these questions, and she said, "Well, he was just over my house Friday night, and did it eat me from the front to the back, and now he's at home with his family barbecuing and eating corn on the cob." I said, "Oh my God, what kind of person is this saying this kind of stuff on?" You know what? I'm listening, so I'm thinking there's other people that's listening at this stuff. So I said, "Who is this?"
That's what I said when I saw on Tasha K. I was like,
It's
what is
so
this girl talking about?
vulgar. It was so
Another thing too,
She's
she
sleeping with
said she
Melody's
was
husband.
trying to keep her new relationship, quote unquote, private,
Oh,
allegedly.
please.
She was trying to keep her new relationship private
Yeah.
and not say anything about it. And so she was like, you put all your business out there. What's the point of trying to be private now?
What
yeah.
new relationship? Talk about her and
Exactly.
Martell starting
Supposedly
over
her new
again.
man,
Married man? Okay.
her new man that have her eating good and that's why she's gaining weight and whatever. So
Child.
If
That,
I was that man, I wouldn't trust her because what she do to him, she'll do to you.
Well,
I
the
wouldn't
man,
lay down
the
and close
man,
my eyes because what she did to him, she'll do to you.
well, the man would have to exist to be
Thank
put
you.
on
Thank
notice.
you. Thank
that's
so
you.
right.
everybody saying the
Everybody
man
know it's
is
hotel.
Martell. He
Come on
just
now.
telling her be quiet so he can still collect his little 10% from Sheree, allegedly.
So
Mm-hmm.
whatever he's collecting from Sheree, we could tell he giving it to her because she's sitting up in the nail salon. When the last time we saw her sitting in the nail salon and her hair looking halfway decent?
But I just have to wonder what kind of sorry excuse for estrogen do you have to not have anything else going on in your life that you
Ask her
literally are
mother
sitting
E. She
around
trained
there
her well.
where you sitting around there with two children from two different men. You don't have any excuse for not doing more with yourself.
With your life, exactly.
Oh, and she was in the salon. I seen that where she was bragging about the man picked the blue color cause he the one paying for me to get my nails done.
Yeah.
I
Please.
mean, what
That's
is
a sorry excuse for a woman. That's all you can get a man to do is get your feet and nails done
and what
and
is
buy you a chicken dinner.
is
Oh hell no.
And that I know. And that's how you know she really don't know what she's doing
Well,
because
she
real
doesn't
Mm-mm.
talk.
have anything really going on. She has nothing else going on but to sit down in a nail salon and talk about her nail color. Outside of that, there's nothing else going on.
And how pathetic a life is that?
It's
I'm not
sad. It's
Sad.
really
That's
That's
sad. You have
sad.
two children. You could be investing in your kids. And instead of investing in your kids, you're investing in foolishness. That's why she's never going to move forward in life.
Was
You can't move forward if all you worried about is foolishness.
I'm
If
trying
I
to figure out what part and what kind of, I can only assume what kind of mother she has, but I know at least in, most, most women teach their daughters to be independent. And that's the thing. You don't have to be, I mean, college ain't for everybody. Higher level degrees are not for everybody. But when you sit up there and you leave yourself to the whims of somebody else, you are setting yourself up for all kinds of failure. Look at Ashley Darby and what she's got to deal with her husband right now. That girl hasn't even set herself up to where you got to literally take all kind of crap from this man that you are married to so that you can get what it is you get. And I like to tell people to go to hell too fast and too quick for that.
I'm just saying. You got to do all
Oh,
these tricks and strange
what you
things
say?
for change, and all you get is a chicken dinner and some nails and a pedicure.
But you know,
That's a
Diva,
problem.
Diva,
I
here's
got a
the thing.
problem. I got a problem.
One at a time, one at a
She
time.
said, do strange things for a little bit of change and a chicken dinner.
Diva,
That's what it is, Debbie. You know, that's an old saying. When you got to do a little something strange for you getting
Diva.
been
The reason Ashley
years,
did that is
and you
because she
have
thought she knew better. Ashley had actual educated advice. She not only had her mom, she had her uncle and his wife, and she also had an attorney try to tell her what to do. She chose not to go the right route. So
Oh my.
Ashley was stupid in herself.
Yeah,
They
well, I
tried
think
to help her.
Well, you know what? I am so glad that I birthed my daughter and I schooled my daughter to the best of my ability. So when my daughter graduated from nursing school, she she'll say it now. I'm a nurse. I can take care of myself. I don't need that problem. I don't need that headache. I like to hear women and I like to see women be smart, be sensible. Don't wait on a man to get your nail. What she doing now is so high schoolish.
mm-hmm.
I mean, my granddaughter is 15 years old, and her allowance from her mom, her godparents, and from myself allow her nails, her hair, her toes, weekend trips at the mall with her friends to do what this woman is doing at 30 years old, 30 some years old. So, get up off of your behind while those kids are in school, while Knox is in daycare and the other one is in school. Get you a job, honey. Go back to school. You can go to school right there sitting on this sofa. Do something with your life.
We'll see.
Because Mark,
That's the thing, Miss Maritha. You raised your daughters, and I think everybody else on this panel had some strong examples of others. But I
you,
think
Anonymous.
too, and I'm gonna say this and say good night, everybody. Thank you, Chit Chat, for allowing me to be in your panel.
You
But
well,
my mom used to tell me, have something more to show than a wet tail and hurt feelings.
girl, you better
So
say
if
it.
Lord,
you gon'
tell them.
so if you gonna be in a situation like that, then my thing is to capitalize. She could have capitalized on that situation with this imaginary book she was supposed to have been doing.
Diva
Instead of
been
going,
saying that forever.
yeah, instead of going on Instagram giving away information for free or doing that Tasha K interview, then or better yet, she could have done the Tasha K interview, and at that point, you could have then started your own YouTube channel to
Yeah.
start telling your own stories. And watch this: if you were the right kind of female and shown some level of contrition,
Oh my
you
goodness.
could have walked
Woo,
back
go
some of
ahead.
the other women on your YouTube channel and said, y'all, this is what happens when y'all get involved with the wrong one.
Exactly.
So she wouldn't even have to your point, Miss Maritha, that don't take no schooling. All
Mm-mm.
she had to do is do what she's doing right now, which is sit on the internet all day long and
Yeah.
That's
school
what
the
I'm saying.
rest of these girls about how not basically either how to do side chicken right or how not to do it at all. She's
And look,
And
missing on
then,
the
and you know
opportunity.
what? I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna say good night too.
one
You
second.
was messing with when he was in his prime, girl. You had the opportunity to stay in school. Let him pay your way through school and be whatever it is that you wanted to be. But she didn't want to be nothing but what she is now.
Yeah, she wanted to
So,
be kept,
Well,
but she just had the wrong one.
yeah.
yeah.
And maybe
Thank
she
Jay,
you,
could.
QT. Thank
thank
you,
you,
Chit Chat.
Diva. You are always welcome. Maritha, thank you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you.
chit
To your
chat.
point, to your point, Diva, give me 1 second, Jay. To your point, Diva, has she also shown some type of I don't want to say remorse, possibly remorse, when she sat down with Tasha K? She could have gained a few people where this has happened to them. Had she said, "Oh, it's no problem. Yes, I apologize to his wife. I know that I was in the wrong as well as him. I know it wasn't her fault." She didn't seize any opportunity, and that's why she's still sitting there looking stupid today. She fumbled the bag just as much as Martell. But I'm sorry, Jay, lead us out with your comments.
I just had a question. Have you seen Miss Wanda's latest live where she was talking about taking some bloggers to court?
Oh Lord.
Exactly.
I heard about some of it. I think she said, well, I don't know if it was the latest live, but I've been hearing about it for the past week.
Could she spell the word court?
She recently made a live about paying an attorney, and she said Black History Month is over and she's gonna be taking bloggers to court.
Well, good luck to her because they got ammo against her as well. So if you ask me, there hasn't been much that's been said about her that she hasn't said about other people. So
I was about to say, ma'am, you have defamed everybody, and now you
She was on there bashing Mel. She was on that live bashing Mel, that same live.
Really? And
yeah, that's why people is like, you still haven't learned your lesson. You still didn't learn.
Look, I think a lot of people got false hopes because of Cardi B with a lot of money, high-powered attorneys, and all of that, and Tasha K. So a lot of people just look at that outcome and think that that's what's going to happen with them. Wanda can go kick rock somewhere.
Wanda gonna get in that courtroom and tell on her own self and mess the case up. That's what she gonna get in there. Do let her go to the court if she can find it.
And Ariane, keep your legs closed to married men if you want to be around. If you want to be around to have a future.
Yeah, in Nini's voice. But ladies, thank you so much for joining me. It is a couple minutes shy of 4 hours. You guys have been great. I want to say to everyone, Diva, Pretty Girl, Pretty Brown Eyes tried. She didn't get a good connection. Hannah Grace, Cheryl Howard, Debbie,
thank you.
Beautiful, Anonymous, Maritha, Glenda. Who else did I have? Oh my goodness. What's her name? Cameron. She was just up here. I'm sorry. I messed your name up, but thank you all so much. Anybody else that I missed that was on the panel, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight.
Good night, ladies.
To the livest chat, the chat that cuts up. This is why I had to turn off my live comment replay, because normally when the video posts, people are still able to see the chat. You guys cut up a little too much for me to leave that on. I deleted about 30 comments in the last 10 minutes. Y'all been working me like Anonymous. Anonymous, I love you. Thank you for a healthy debate. I wish I could leave the comments on because Anonymous will go back and people are saying, you both are saying the same thing. You're saying the same thing. So, yeah, just a little healthy debate. To the super chatters, thank you so much, Kim Bella. There were a few more from earlier. I appreciate you all. You guys have a great night. And I will see you guys. For the members, we are going live Thursday, and I'll post the time. But thank you, Miss J.
Good night, ladies.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, Jay. I'm going to say good night to a couple people in the chat. On your way out, Miss Ann, thank you. Belinda, Maritha, you know you my commissary buddy. We're going to hold it down. I got you. You got me. Like I said, just put some money on my books. Let Big Bertha do my hair. And that's what it's going to be. Put some French braids. Have me looking like, what's her name? Queen Latifah from Set It Off. Thank you, Stephanie. It was. Yeah, we've been going at it for quite some time. But thank you for leaving and coming back. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Linda Gamble, thank you for sticking it out for the full live tonight. Audrey Clark, Patricia T, Olivia Schenkel. Thank you so much, Olivia. Scorpion Miss, thank you, thank you. Oh, she got them taxes, huh? Lord have mercy. That makes sense. It's time for them ballers to come on out. Them once a year ballers. Lord have mercy. Kevin Moore, I heard you say in the comments that you had wanted to join the panel. I was waiting for you. But the link is always pinned. If you're still here and listening, Kevin, I always pin the link. So if you want to catch us next time, that would be great. See, look at all these laughing emojis. What I miss? What did I miss? PDS cutting up. Miss Ann, Monica McCoy, Cricket, Miss Keita. Cutting up in the chat. Okay, so somebody added somebody. Let me go up here and see Jill's comment. What did Jill say? Oh, Lord, y'all talking about the little eensy weensy sausage. Lord. Okay, cuties, I gotta go. Scorpion is, you say, what ate it up? Ate the sausage up? Oh, my goodness. Hilarious. From the bike. I love when Maritha say bike. She is so Florida. From the front to the bike. And things of that nature. See? Cutting up. All right, guys, I am going to sign out, but thank you guys again. We held over 1,000 strong for hours. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys have a great night. Chat with you guys soon. Bye.